Previously on Nameless. After arriving in the foreign lands, the team were resting and Tide was taking watch over the team. As doing so, he noticed a green egg-shaped light start to appear in Endo's chest. Upon waking, Endo started to feel pain where the light source was coming from, with the pain being greater and greater until Endo was in agony, at which point Endo announced something was coming to attack us. A number of strange creatures appeared and started to search for the team. Endo attempted to alert the rest of the group without being overheard, but the creatures did hear him and immediately started to come in on their location. A battle ensued, and the team fought valiantly, eventually being able to overcome all of the creatures. Trying to figure out what had happened, Endo is able to glean some information from the entity that appears to have taken residence within him. Its name is Solarix, and it is the celestial creature they fought before being transported to this land, and that it needs to be rebirthed, which will take place within the next 7 days, and if it hasn't found a new host, both it and Endo would die. Before heading into the town, Tide, on a whim, decided to lick the creatures that they had just been battling, and found out it was one of the most disgusting things he'd ever tasted. The team then proceeded to head down into the town they could see below, which is where Fulton had previously been, but was now a much larger city. On their way down, the team came across the remains of a ruined temple, and on some inspections of the temple, Gideon was able to read some carvings and determined that it was saying something about a sun god called Cathangle of the Dawn Lights. Gideon was briefly catching Endo glowing. As the team continued to make their way into town, Gideon and Tide continued to taunt Endo with their usual pranks about potatoes, but Endo was able to slightly catch Gideon out, and an argument started opening up about Oinkvat to search for the potatoes. Reaching the edge of the town, the team can see that this is definitely much larger than the Fulton they had left behind in the other realm. Surrounding the town, and as the team entered, the guards looked very oddly at both Tide and Blaze. Gideon asked the guards where they were, but the guards spoke a different language. Tide was able to, though, cast a spell of comprehend languages on himself and was able to understand the guards, so tried to introduce each member of the team, but the guards just shrugged them off, and so they made their way into town. Slightly annoyed by what had been taking place, Blaze proceeded to just go up to the nearest person and start speaking, but again they responded in a foreign language, so Blaze stormed off and went into what he found out to be a pub. In there, he tried to again start conversation, gesticulating to the barmaid about drinks. Everyone was confused. He lost his temper and stormed outside. Further in the town, the group had come upon a statue, and at which Endo was praying. The woman near the statue decided to try to talk to Endo, but again, the foreign language caused a barrier. Tide was looking for some text, but was unable to locate any, so joined Endo in trying to talk with the woman, and together they were able to get the name Turnen, and the woman pointed back towards the tavern. The team entered the tavern, and Tide called out Turin's name, catching the attention of the man they believed to be him as he came and joined the group. Endo showed the man his glowing chest, and everyone was rather surprised. Another man rushes over and asks if he can help, and after some just gesturing, it is understood that Tide is able to understand everyone while not being able to communicate back. Tide then was able to relay their story to these two men by using illusionary spells to recreate the story of the team's adventures to date. They were ushered through to another room, and the man produced a device which would allow everyone to understand each other's speech, but was charging 600 gold. He touched Endo so he could now speak, and Endo tried to explain to the man but said that they should speak in private, and so they were already led through to the room. Gideon swapped places with Endo, being frustrated, and took over the conversation with this man whose name was Bleathen, and the team are now in the great realm of Invoke. Gideon begins chatting with the second man who had joined Turin, Turnan. He advised that he had a contact who knew magic and might be able to help, and he offered to take the group with him to some trader wagons on the outskirts of town. When the groups reached the wagons, they sort of separated a bit, and then the man asked Endo to show the glowing items to him so they could speak Solarix's name so it glows, and the man did something that caused Tide and Endo to fall asleep. Another battle erupted with Gideon and Blaze rushing in to help defend the team. They were quickly able to overpower the man, and I forced him to give him some information. The man advised that there was a person that can help and that their name was Anasia. The man was able to then give them the information of how to find this person and advised that it would be about another 2-day journey along the river. Endo learns from the creature inside him that it will be able to return their group to their plane of existence. On with the show.
On with the show. Woo woo. Yep, so we pick up, you have just spoken to the guard and made the guy confess that it wasn't you causing the problems. He told you to take the briar path out of town to the south that would lead you to the man you are seeking, who would hopefully be able to help you out. What are you going to do?
I mean,
well, I guess we should take the path.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't really wait, can we? Should we just get on with it so we can get back to people that we can talk to in a normal kind of fashion?
Well, do we still have that talking device?
Did Gideon not steal the wrestle talking device?
I thought we'd still got it, but let me just have a look in my notes.
I seem to recall someone taking it from them.
Yeah, I felt that, but I didn't have it in my notes.
Yeah.
Yes, I seem to recall someone forcefully taking it from someone.
Forcefully or slightly?
No, there was force.
Like aggressive verbal force, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like, give me that right now, or I'm going to
smash your head
kill you. Yeah, I think that was the general. It was probably Gideon, because she was quite angry at the end right there.
It was either Gideon or Blaze, but it was definitely one of them.
Possibly.
Or both.
But I think I do recall someone having taken the amulet, so you can speak to people if you're touching them, obviously.
Was the path to where we're heading, was it like beside the river, or was it like high up above the river, like a cliffside walk?
It is kind of so as far as you're concerned right now, the path is kind of, he's pointed like south out of the way. It doesn't look as if it's going up any cliffs or anything like that from what you can tell.
And is the river flowing with or against the direction we're going?
You wouldn't be able to tell that from where you are right now.
Okay, cool.
We're on a time limit, right? With how long, like, Endo can have this thing inside him,
Yeah,
and it
and
takes
it's a 2-day journey
2 days
to get
there.
there.
So
Yeah. Toxic celestial syndrome.
Endo just looks at Tide. He's just like, Endo doesn't want to have a syndrome.
No, it's fine. Let's go. We'll go get it out, buddy. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
off though. I start like shooing Endo up the path.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, okay. So the path would be kind of out towards the south. So as you kind of head off, a few of the merchants and stuff as you're kind of going past, like, I was like giving you a bit of side eye because they don't fully understand what happened, why they were suddenly fighting in their little market area. And Isla, who is the person that is with you after Jeremiah got taken away, is kind of just traipsing along behind, not really getting too involved. As you make your way out of town, kind of heading off away from the market area, you start to understand why this place is called the Briar Path. It becomes a very kind of, there is a pathway through that you can see, but on either side of you it's kind of overgrown by these very thick, kind of prickly, scrambling shrubs that are kind of on either side of the path. The good thing for now, as you're walking along, is that you can't really get lost because the path is quite definite at the moment. So as you initially start upon the Briar Path, that is what you see.
I'll sorry. Blaze will go first. So I'll have like my clay bound to sort of like be sort of hacking and slashing at the edges to sort of keep it more open as we go through.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so I'm not going to make you roll to hit or anything. You can easily hack your way through. Just the kind of, it does seem as if it is a little bit maintained, kind of, so it's like, it's not well tended, but the path is generally quite clear, but you are having to walk very single file kind of down the path as you're going along.
I think that I am like very close behind Endo, almost like I'm, like how a smaller like boat or something would be in a big ship's wake. So
yeah,
like I'm basically using Endo to make sure that I don't get hit by any like trailing branches or anything, because I'm a lot smaller than he is.
Okay. Okie dokie, yeah. Yeah, so Isla is kind of like very deftly kind of making her way through these, kind of like ducking any like stray branches or anything that kind of come to her, and she's kind of moving them to the side for everybody to walk past. She's like, well, this is a nice little path, isn't it? This is great.
I mean, this is kind of your vibe, isn't it? You're not one of those kind of roamy types.
Yeah, less with the stabby plants though, more trees and things.
Rolling hills.
Yes.
And trees, right? Is there anything like growing on these trees? I think Tide's probably a bit peckish at this point. Do they look like deadly horrible trees or just like normal trees?
You can roll me a survival.
Great. That's a better check than it could have been. I'll take that. It's a 14.
Yeah, so as you're kind of like having a look, you manage to not get stabbed or anything by anything, but it looks like it is just leaves and thorns. You can't see. Now, you don't know whether it's a case of they would at some point have fruit on them, but it's maybe not the season for it. But there is nothing edible on it right now.
Right. I'll just give my skin paper a little lick and follow on behind.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know how much sustenance that gives you, but you do have that nice sherbety taste now.
Yeah, it's like chewing gum, right? You don't give the illusion of eating.
Yeah. So as you're kind of like making your way through, it's kind of it's like early evening-ish time now, because you arrived in the town kind of morning-ish, lunchtime-ish. So it's not quite getting dark, but you're all used to traveling on the roads and things, so you would know that kind of dusk is coming soon. As you get deeper and deeper into this briar path, you start to notice that actually it's maybe not as obvious a path as you originally thought. There now seems to be like little like carved out ways that can go in various different directions. And I will need you all to roll me a survival check, please, and we will take a group.
First roll is back. Not well.
Oh, nice.
No.
Let's do a roll. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fine. So, like, kind of between all of you, you're kind of like, you stop occasionally at some of the like little crossroads, and you're like, and then kind of can figure out which are the most well-traveled path of the two, and kind of manage to keep. Yes, your sherbet is powering you on through this. So you kind of manage to navigate your way through this, and it is coming up to kind of dusk time now. It's starting to get dark. There are a couple of like areas where it's kind of the path is wider, so you could potentially camp out if you wanted to, or you could keep going. It's up to you, but it is getting dark now.
Blaze, is your head giving off any light?
No, unfortunately, my head doesn't actually. Well, I don't know. Would it? I don't imagine it would. I think it's just reds and yellows. I don't think it gives light like a fire.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's. I mean, I have dark vision anyway. I was just curious. It would have been fun.
But I was going to say, but this does, and I produce flame in my hand. Like,
oh, fancy!
as a little torch to guide the way. Although I think we all have. Oh no, I think we all have night vision anyway.
But Endo doesn't, but Endo does have.
Yeah.
Endo does have
his
little torch thing. The snow globe.
He does.
Yeah. So if he needed to use it, he would use that.
Yeah, so it is getting. I mean, if Blaze is kind of producing a bit of flame in his hand, that would be giving off probably a little bit of light for you to be able to see. But if you want to see a bit better, then you probably would need your snow globe now, as it's getting dark.
That produce flame does 10-foot radius, and then bright light for 10 foot, and then dim light for another 10 foot.
Yeah. So it would be bright. It would be quite bright, but obviously
that should be all right for now.
Okie dokie, yeah. So you can keep your little snow globe in your bag. And, you've got a little glowing thing in you if you wanted to just...
Oh, God, he's got headlights.
So, what is the plan? Are you either kind of like, it's slowing down a little and just like, it is getting dark. Are we wanting to travel by night? I don't know how safe... I don't know anything about this place. I don't know where we are. So I can't tell you how safe it would be here to keep moving.
If we stop, then Endo dies. I will die.
We've got time,
I don't want to die.
We might also die if we just keep pushing through these spiky vines.
Oh.
Also, I don't think you die from sleep, do you? Is it... are we not on some sort of time restricted thing? You've got quite a while until death, I think. Right?
Yeah. He's stood there and he's got his index fingers just like touching, like, and he keeps tapping them together. He's just like a child that's lost. And he's just like, yeah, but it's Endo's time, and Endo doesn't want to run out of the time.
Well, we've got 7 days, right, Endo? And if they said it takes 2 days to get here, I mean, a normal person would factor in like sleeping time. It can't be like 48 hours of being awake and walking somewhere, because that's just not how things work. And even if it doesn't factor in sleeping time, that would only be like another 16 hours. So 48 and 16 is a number that doesn't equal 7 days. So we've got time.
Okay.
I mean, and no, if you don't like having the thing in you, I mean, spirits are kind of in my bag. Do you want me to take it? Would that make you feel better? Can I take it? Do you want me to be the nightlight?
I don't think he said that. I think he said that if he left, it would have to be when he properly left, and if he tried to do that before, that Endo might not survive.
Yeah, okay. You might just have to be the nightlight for a bit longer, Endo.
Okay.
Well, at least
He's
you can
like just
see.
he's just looking around perplexed, and then you go, at least you can see, and he's like, yeah, I suppose. Seeing the good and bad.
Every potato has a glowing lining, Endo. It's fine. Do we want to camp? Is that our plan?
I feel that's sensible.
Yeah. Have we, Lynn, while we've been, have we heard any signs of animals, wildlife, anything kind of
Monsters.
Roll perception.
Yeah.
You can roll a perception for me.
Yeah. Don't sugarcoat it, Han. Okay. Did we hear monsters?
Well, I didn't hear.
Nah, all you can hear is Endo talking, and you're Gideon's desperately trying to think of everything that he's told her, and she knows that it's wrong, and that's really bothering her, right? Because she knows she's probably not getting all the information that she needs, so she's kind of focused on that. Endo, you hear everything.
So he hears everything.
You are hearing everything. You can hear branches, twigs snapping occasionally and things like that, which you would, from all your travels and things, you would probably think is just potentially animals. Maybe there may be animals in the briar path. You're not sure. Obviously, you don't know where you are, so you wouldn't know what they were. But you haven't heard anything that's made you alarmed.
Oh, you mean like that fat man in that video that you showed me the other night?
Yeah, you haven't heard anything that would make you feel nervous. You don't feel like you haven't heard things coming from all around you as if you're being surrounded or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's all just been very normal, ambient
normal
kind of
noises,
woodlandy noises. Yeah.
Okay.
You can actually, with a 27, you probably can hear a river, but it's quite in the distance.
Yeah, I'd just turn to everyone and just be like, it sounds like it's safe out there. And he's still tapping his little fingers together, looking around.
Do we want to maybe see if we can find, we don't want to camp right on the path, because what if something else comes along and sees us? Do we want to try and find somewhere that's maybe just off the path, within sight of the path maybe, but not right on it?
I think that sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah, lead the way. Yeah, I'm down.
I just immediately turn.
We can put my gazebo up if we wanted to have some cover. My little psychic tent.
When you say lead the way, I just immediately turn and look at Isla.
Yeah, she kind of okay, yeah. We can. I mean, there doesn't seem to be. She's kind of looking at the briars at either side of her, which are quite dense at this point. She's like, I don't think I would be able to hack through any of this, so maybe we'll have to keep going for a little while. But I'll keep my eye out. I think everybody should.
And as we sort of go along, I'll be holding the produce flame sort of along the sides to see if it filters light through to maybe a bit of a gap behind just the edges.
Yeah.
We could then cut through.
Yeah, so anybody that is kind of actively looking for a place where you would be able to settle and camp, if you roll perception for me, Isla will try and help you as well. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, so Blaze, you're kind of it's almost like the way that the like flame is dancing in your hand and kind of catching the shadows of the briars and things. It's kind of difficult for you to make much out, really. But Isla's kind of like actively looking as well. She can see a couple of spaces and she'll like stop and she's kind of like trying to figure them out, and they're just like, no, this doesn't look appropriate. But then Endo, Tide, and Gideon, you kind of see a part that is, you would have to cut through some of the briars, but it would only be like a few, and you feel like Blaze would be able to do that as he's been kind of like cutting away some of the branches that have been over the path anyway. And you can see a small area where you would be able to probably set up a campfire. And it is kind of, it's almost like a circle. It does seem to be encircled by briars as well. So anything coming at you would have to come through the gap that you have cut in the pathway.
Does it look like a coincidental circle or like a ominous?
You don't know. It's a circle currently.
Can I try to strategically cut some of the briars from the front so that once we've gone through, I can sort of put them back? So not to just hack it open, and so that sort of then covers the hole we've made a little bit.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
are they too tangled?
I feel like you could probably, it wouldn't be quite as, if somebody was really looking at it after you'd put it back on, they would obviously be able to spot that.
Yeah, I'm not expecting it to be perfect. It's sort of like
but
cut a
yeah,
hole
you
and then
probably-
put those big sticks back, because I figure they're all twisted and
Yeah.
tangled.
Yeah, so they're kind of tangled together to the point where it would hold some of its form as you cut that away, like a little doorway to be able to put back on. Yeah, you could do that.
Sweet. So hack / chop. Here, everybody, come on through.
Oh, a circle that could be ominous or completely natural.
Ideal.
I can see no bad options that come from this. Yeah, it's perfect. Let's camp here.
It's an absolutely nameless place to camp, let's be real.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
The middle of a fairy ring.
Yeah.
This is it, guys. This is it.
Yeah.
Are there any other briars like? Are there like trees or part of it that with my slippers of spider climbing, R.I.P. Airdrie, who I pinched them from, can I like climb up anything to try and get like a bit of a higher vantage point and have a look around?
There are trees kind of it's almost like the briars have kind of taken over like the lower part of this forest that you're kind of making your way through, but there are trees in there, but you would have to cut your way to them, otherwise you'd risk obviously getting like ripped to shreds by these briars as you're kind of scrambling through them. But you could do that if you wanted to get to a tree. There are trees nearby that you would then be able to climb.
Hey, I'm gonna just gonna be like, Blaze. I mean, Gideon's not got the strength to hack away.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Right, let's be real. Look, Blaze, do you think maybe you could just cut away a few of those briars around that tree there? I just thought I could climb it and try and get a bit of the lay of the land.
Yeah, of course. And I'll hack / chop.
Yep. Yeah, so you would, with your strength anyway, you would have no problems kind of cutting through these. And you now have a rough but clear path to the tree for you to climb up.
Okay, I'm just going to look like this is the most normal thing in the world. I'm not even going to, and just literally put one foot on the tree and then the other one, and I'm just like sticking out in midair, walking up it like that is a perfectly normal activity.
Okay, yeah. So once you're all up there, roll me another perception. See what you see.
Oh Lord.
Okay, yeah. So this briar path goes on. I mean, you're going to be in this for, well, another day at least after you've slept. So it is going on for quite a long time. You can see that, like, probably another half a day, maybe a little bit longer away from you. There is a big kind of gap in it where the river is flowing, and like the sides of the rivers are quite clear. And in the direction that you've just come from, you can make out what looks like torchlight coming down what you know would be the path.
Oh, okay. So like there's somebody, possibly somebody or someone coming down the path behind us.
You didn't pass anything that was lighting up on the path of that place before, so you're now thinking somebody is carrying a torch down there.
Okay. Again, like this is perfectly normal. I'm just gonna like kick off from the tree and just start dropping. And as I'm falling, I'm gonna be like, I think there's someone following us. And then Gideon's got her arcane focus crystal thing in this like weird bone bracelet thing that she has on her wrist, and there's also like a jet black feather on it, and I'm just gonna like pull on the feather and like wave it around and cast Featherfall on myself so I don't hurt myself jumping out of the tree.
Okie dokie. I assumed you were going to do something. You weren't just like, I'm just going to throw myself out of a tree. That's my thing now.
But she just does all this like this is like it's perfectly normal to walk the tree and then fall out of it, but not hurt, but like I don't know, slowly fall to the ground or whatever.
Yeah, just like another day.
Yeah.
Natural as breathing.
You joining the circus, Gideon? What's? I mean, I'm here for it. I'm loving it. What's happening?
There's something. I don't know, but there's like I can see torchlight coming down the path, like behind us.
Oh, how far away?
How far away was it, Lynn?
You would say probably maybe like 30 minutes away from you. It was quite away.
Not like that far away that they're potentially not going to get here at some point soon-ish, but like not super close. I don't know. They could be here any second.
Well, what if I quickly jog up the path a bit and just use my produce flame to set something on fire on the ground, so they walk past where we are to go see it. But then we can get a glimpse of them as they walk past, because they'll probably be more looking for the fire up ahead.
What if we set fire to the whole forest?
I mean, that does sound like a plausible option. I'm good with fire. I'm not sure all of you are.
That sounds like a nameless solution.
Yeah, I was kind of like... generally, I don't really... No, I don't think that's a good idea. There's a lot of wood and flammable things, including ourselves. Maybe that's not... Maybe because you put that thing over the entrance, so maybe if we just put out all light and see if they just go past.
How dark is it, like now, as if they're going past, how dark is it where we would be with that light? And I'll put the flame out. So now we're in whatever natural light there is.
Then it is dark now, which is why they've got the torch. And you know from when you were kind of casting your torch up against the briars that it doesn't really go that deep into it. So actually, as long as they can't see in the dark, obviously, if they can't see in the dark, then you would think that you could be well hidden if you went right to the back of this circle, as far away from the path as you possibly could. They probably wouldn't be able to see through unless they were really, really looking and actively searching for you.
I mean, I could throw up an illusion in front of us as well to like make it look like briars and that there's no one here. So even if they did like look through, they might not see us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Or I could throw these ball bearings on the path and just watch them fall.
Oh, I've misheard.
No?
It's just that if they fell and slid about a bit and were kind of on the floor quite close to us, they might, and like were hanging about there, they might be more likely to possibly see us, like look this way and catch sight of us?
Suppose I could make a silent image.
They could also be helpful. They might not be bad people.
Yes, they all seem like
So-
lovely folks in this region.
Well,
I don't know. Past experience. Like, have we ever met anybody who wanted to help us? I know you're new, Blaze, but like, I would say the odds are slim.
Okay, well, what if you guys all stay at the back, I'll lay down flat here and look through as they go past to see if I can get a good glimpse of what they look like. And I'll chop a few more briars from the other side and lay them on top of me, so camouflage on the ground. And I imagine they're probably not far away.
I mean, I could climb back up the tree and hide in the tree and try and see them. No?
Can everybody roll perception for me?
I was like, this isn't faceless, is it?
Yeah. 3 hours later for a plan. Okay, Tide, Endo, and Blaze, you can hear footsteps on the path.
Someone's coming. Get your weapons ready.
Yeah. Endo would be yes, he'd stop what he'd doing. He'd be trying to sort of fire out, and he'd just stop and then just like move himself into the position where something would have to go through him to get to other people. And he'd just stand and wait.
I'm going to throw up a silent image at the front.
Yep.
Everybody knows about it, so you can see through it. But if they don't know about it, they can't see through it unless they take an action.
Yep. Gideon, what are you up to?
I'm just going to go, sorry guys. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to cast darkness on us where we are.
Okay, yeah.
So nobody else, I think only I can see through it because I have a feature that gives me that ability, but nobody else can see in or out of it, I think. Let me just read the spell.
That sounds right. Unless you've got Devil's Sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like Devil's Sight or something that can see through it.
A creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it. It's a 15-foot radius, so I would just try and catch it and cast it in such a way that covers all of us, if that's possible, or as many of us as I could.
Okay, yeah. So everybody goes effectively blind. You can't see now.
Oh lord, yeah, because Endo needs more disabilities at this point. Jesus.
Sensory deprivation egg.
Except Gideon, who can see through this
Yes.
darkness. Yep. So, assuming you're all trying to be quiet, I assume you are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because you roll stealth for me.
With advantage because nobody can see us?
Sure. That'd be nice. I'm being nice.
Ooh,
Oh dear.
Me.
I'm taking the first one.
me too.
With advantage. 28, 17, 21. Tie. Oh, 24. Nice! Nice rolls.
I'm rolling really well today. Suspiciously well.
Suspicious.
This is the end.
Yeah, so you all kind of like hunker down a little bit, and then this darkness kind of envelops you, so that only kind of Gideon, you can see through the darkness. So you can see now, kind of coming through the briars a little bit, the light from the torch, and you would all be able to hear kind of footsteps. Sounds like a couple of people, maybe 3, kind of wandering along. They're not, you would be able to tell by how they're walking, whoever these people are, they're not attempting to walk stealthily, if that makes sense. They are just walking along the road. They're kind of talking to each other, just kind of chatting as they're going along. A couple of them are like, one of them talks, like you can only kind of hear murmuring because they're talking quite quietly. And he's like, and then the other two like, as they carry on, and the light just kind of goes past you and carries on in the direction that the path continues in.
Did I see what they actually look like?
You would, because you didn't climb the tree, did you? So you are behind the briars.
Yeah.
You would probably be able to tell that they were humanoid shaped. So you would know that they were probably human, maybe elvish or something like that. But you couldn't tell their features or anything like that. You could just make out the shapes of 3 people walking down the pathway.
I'm going to wait till they've basically gone far enough that I think they're not going to hear me, or that they're like starting to be out of sight.
Yeah.
And then I will just whisper to everybody. It looked like it was 3 people, and I don't think they saw us. They've just gone on the way.
Would you maybe let us see each other again then?
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. And I'll stop concentrating on.
Yeah. You can all see again.
Oh, thank God. Oh, Endo went blind for a second.
Yeah, that's what we all see whenever you do your potato illusion vanishing magic, Endo.
That's because I'm invisible.
Yeah, that's it. I feel like we didn't really get much out of that. I mean, it's fine, right? Should we just go to bed?
I'm sure they didn't know a shortcut to where we were going.
I'm sure they had no information at all.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe we'll catch up with them tomorrow.
Q, tomorrow we catch up with 3 dead bodies in the past, and we've no idea why, and they've been stripped clean with no clues. Oh dear.
Points are overrated, it's fine.
We're in Vietnam now, kids.
What I love is like, normally you investigate every single thing.
Everyone's being super cautious.
We did start this session by telling us that we were probably going to die.
I did.
Yeah, you did sell it well then. Yeah.
That is true, yeah. Fair. Okay.
And also, just on a lighter, well, not a lighter point, but another point, she gave me a hug before we started. She went, "Oh, Bendo, don't die." Yeah,
That's just my always feeling. I always hope that Endo doesn't die.
Well, shit.
Well, should we get some sleep? We're not going to push on through this any further tonight.
Yeah, should somebody, like, people should be on watch through the night?
Yeah,
Probably.
I can take first watch, that's fine.
right, cool. Yeah, cool.
I will go second.
You can't really see Endo. I'll take second, that's fine.
I can see. I got, like, eyes.
Yeah, but your light means that if you can see them, they can see you, which is maybe less than optimal, given, it's a feeling of impending doom we all have today.
As one of the great monk trainers once said, you hear, you can see more with your ears than you can with your eyes. I think that's what he said. And I can hear everything in these woods.
I mean, if you want to take watch, you can.
Roll perception, Endo.
Oh, God.
Whee!
It was almost an 18.
Yeah, as you're like, I can hear everything in these woods. These woods seem really quiet to you.
Well, they are now. It's getting nighttime. So
Yeah.
That's what
everything's
woods
going
are
to
known
sleep.
for, being quiet at night.
Yep. Everything's going to sleep. People are walking away past us.
I'm walking away.
With maps and information, walking away.
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. Endo's gonna die.
That's really made me giggle. Anyway, yes. So you're laying down. Yes, you're going to sleep.
Yes.
Isla will take first watch. Tide is taking second. Yes.
Well, I think Endo is. I think Tide's very happy to have a full uninterrupted night's sleep, and despite
Endo's
everything,
going to take.
Endo's
Oh
still-
Lord.
Yeah, Endo's fine. Taking second watch.
Okay, so Isla and then Endo.
Just before Tide goes to bed, and I have no mechanical ability for this.
Oh,
but
God.
can I just do a little tarot spread to see if we're all going to die?
Oh god.
Sure. Yes. Okay, how are we gonna do? Yeah, so just roll me a D100.
Wow. Okay. Not what I
That's not
expected, but I'm loving
that's
this.
not ominous at all. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of you're pulling the cards out. You're pulling the cards out. The first one that you pull is the death card, which that is concerning. But because you're an expert at this by now. You know that doesn't always mean that you're gonna die, right? It has multiple meanings.
Endings, beginnings, change.
Yeah,
I'll admit that, that's
exactly.
fine.
Yeah. So you kind of you're confident with that one. You think it could go either way. The next couple seem to be focusing around luck, and that luck could be on your side currently. And that's kind of the general feeling that you get from your card reading that you have no mechanic ability to do.
Tide settles into a very comfortable night's sleep with that information.
Yeah, so as you're kind of all settling down, you would notice that Isla kind of stretches a little bit and then is kind of slowly wandering around the circle, just checking the perimeter a little bit before sitting down and
I was
having a
gonna
drink.
say,
She's not going to walk the whole time. She's not about that.
I was going to say, should we put Tide and Gideon in the middle, and Ando and Blaze on the outside in case people do come in during the night? Squishies are in the middle.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Endo would by where the main gap is that we walked into this little area. Endo would be he would try and stay closest to that. So the squishy people were behind him in the circle.
Yeah.
You calling squishy?
With the blunt end of my
Let's
play,
put it this way.
I go bleh bleh in your stomach. I'm like, no one.
If Endo sat on you, then we'd be calling you squishy. The end.
And that's happened before.
Yeah. Nice fact.
Yeah. Tide's already asleep, but you can pull his bedroll anywhere.
He just moves with it. It's cool. It's cool.
I can imagine a cat curled up in a ball, and when you just grab a cushion or a duvet and just pull it, and he's just still curled up, fast
Yeah,
asleep.
fully curled up on top of the bedroll. Just pull it anywhere. I'll not move.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all kind of settle down, you manage to get comfortable. You guys are kind of used to roughing it sometimes, so managed to get comfortable. There are just general noises, you can hear some owls or whatever. It's nothing alarming as you kind of drift off to sleep. as we then the night kind of passes seemingly fine, until Isla wakes up Endo for his watch. So she kind of like nudges Endo with her phone. She's like, hi, hey, Endo, you're not dead, are you?
Wait, no. Oh, I thought you were someone else. I thought you were Jeremiah. Yeah, I'm awake. Is it my turn?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay. So he like lifts himself up, stretches a little bit, gets himself a drink of water, and then just sits with his legs crossed and just faces the entryway and quietly listens to everything he possibly can. He's got his eyes shut because he can't use them anyway. So he looks like he's meditating, but he's actually listening intently to everything around him.
Yeah, either kind of like lays down and then kind of like is looking at Endo for a little while to try to figure out if he's just fallen asleep sat up. She's kind of like
he's got his hands on his knees, almost like to show he's meditating.
Yeah, and then she's kind of like, right, yeah, okay, kind of like settles herself down. Can you roll me a perception, please?
With advantage, because
no, absolutely not. That's good anyway. So you can kind of, you're back to hearing what's going on in the forest now. You can hear kind of your friends around you. They're like moving in their sleep, snoring, whatever. And you think that you keep catching almost noises as if there's something in the trees, but moving from tree to tree and then back again. And you can hear like the leaves kind of rustling, some of the twigs like cracking a little bit. And it's just strange enough that it catches your attention. So it's not what you would normally expect.
Okay.
You've been out before. You've done this a million times before. There's something about it that you can't quite put your finger on, but you can hear this movement, and it's just peculiar. Not that Endo would know that word, but
no,
it's weird.
Know that word yet. Yeah, he knows weird. So Endo is literally just like sat there, like stereotypical looking like Buddhist monk sort of thing, legs crossed, like his hands in an upward like teardrop shaped position, with his finger and his thumb sort of thing. Eyes shut, but then all of a sudden he's hearing this and his head's just gently moving in the direction that he's hearing it. And then with one hand, he just reaches down to the floor and slides his hand around to see if he can find a rock. And then he attempts to yeet the rock at the location where he thinks he's hearing it at that specific moment in time. Now, specifically, Endo's thought process is if it's an animal, it would probably just make animal noises and run off. If it's an asshole, it's probably going to go ow or make some kind of a noise. See?
Sure.
Do I? Because Endo's got like ranged weapon proficiency in terms of like throwing a dart or something like that. Do I need to roll to hit?
Yes.
Excellent. As he yeets a small house brick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're kind of like.
All with his eyes closed. He's
you're kind of sat with your eyes closed and pick up this small. I assume it's a small. It's not. You're not. It's hurling a boulder.
No. It's just like it's just a little pebble thing.
Yeah.
It's just something that he's trying to find out if the thing is a living creature that's going to harm us, or if it's a living creature that's just going to run away.
Yeah. So you kind of. Let me just check. What languages do you speak, Endo?
I speak common, dwarfish, giant, and orc.
Okay, so you kind of like lightning reflexes. You throw
Like a
this,
Jedi,
yeah.
like a
You throw
Jedi.
this pebble, still with your eyes closed, and you hear it hit something, and then you hear words, but you can't understand them. And
So
it's not
immediate-
this. It's not the language that you heard them speaking in the village, because obviously you heard them talking and you could tell that you couldn't understand them. It's not the same language. It's a language you have heard before. You just don't know. You just don't understand it.
Okay, immediately, he would just like call on everyone. He'd be like, "Everybody, wake up!" But he would stay exactly where he is, still with his legs crossed for the moment, and he'd wait until everybody else gets up, and then he'd stand up. But and he's literally just like sat there with his legs crossed, and he's pointing in the direction where he threw the stone. He knows everybody else has got dark vision, so he literally just says, "Everybody, wake up! There's something over there. Look!" And then
Have we
he
had a long
slowly
rest?
stands up. Yeah, they've had a long rest.
No, you haven't had a long. No, you have not had a long rest. No, you have
Damn.
not.
But Blaze would be bolt upright and looking at Endo
The
first,
direction I'm pointing, yeah.
and then see which way he's pointing, and then look that way.
Yeah. Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I
Before
will
we-
very grumpily do the same.
Grumbly. Okay, all three of you then roll perception for me. I can't see anything.
Do they get advantage because they're actually looking in a direction that Endo's pointing in?
No.
So
No.
oh crap.
They can't see anything.
Oh.
No, what is it? And what?
Endo heard someone speaking words over there.
What did he say?
Oh crap. I
Endo.
don't know. It was in a different language.
Endo, roll a history for me.
Oh, yep, fair. Oh, yeah, fair. I might be able to say the noise. I might be able to recount the noise that they made. I don't think I can recount the noise that they made.
No.
Okay, shh.
They sounded like it was something that I've heard before, but I don't. It was not the people from the village. It was from like normal, from our plate of existence.
Right.
So, Blaze, you shush them. Yeah, I was going to say you shush them. Are you actively trying to listen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actively
Roll
trying to
another
listen.
perception for me. Endo's talking, and you're like, you can't hear a bloody thing because he's telling you all about plates.
Just in the direction where he was pointing, I'm going to go towards the edge of the shrub, and then just go whatever it was, produce flame, and like turn my head away as I do it, so my eyes are just looking away from the flame, and then sort of try to look through the bramble.
Yeah, so even doing that, you cannot see anything. Tide, Gideon, what are your passives? Passive
Mine-
perception?
13.
14.
Tide, you can hear what Endo could hear originally, which is something moving from tree to tree. So you know there is something there, but you can't see it.
Something there. I think. I hate it when Endo's right. Yeah, there's something there.
Why do you hate it when Endo's right?
I was having such a good sleep, dude.
Oh, right, fair enough.
As soon as you're like, I hate when Endo's right, from up in the trees, you all hear.
What do we? Can we look up to where we heard it?
Yeah. You still can't see anything.
Also, OC doesn't benefit me, but did we at least get a short rest?
Yes.
That benefits some people.
Yeah. Everybody would have got a short rest.
Okay.
Except Isla, because Isla's now obviously awake and didn't rest. Well, no, she still got a rest, I guess.
Well, I will take that because I get my packed slot.
Yep.
Can Endo, although he can't see because he doesn't have dark vision, can Endo yeet another pebble?
You can roll to
and
hit again.
Yeah, and attempt to hit the creature
Yeah. Roll to hit
with
again.
a little bit more force this time. Not loads, but enough to maybe hurt somebody. Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That roll.
It did roll, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so he just all of a sudden he's got his eyes. Well, his eyes are closed. He's got his eyes closed anyway because he don't want to try focusing, and he's just using his ears, and he's just and he's over there, and throws it and points.
Anybody that understands Elvish
Me.
would hear someone go, "Ow! That's unnecessary."
I think because I'm a half elf, I think I perk up straight away because it's probably been quite a while since I've heard anyone speak Elvish, and in Elvish back I'm going to be like, "Oh, you speak our language?"
I speak my language.
Well, my language too, sort of. Half my language too.
Oh, you sound like Jeremiah. That's where I've heard it before.
That's what I was trying to get the history for. It's like, she reminds you of a friend.
We haven't. Nobody else here understands us or speaks the same languages that we do. Hi, I guess. Who are you exactly?
I'm Linead. What are you doing here?
Sleeping?
No, I mean here. And you can't actually see her, so it doesn't matter what she's doing with her arms.
Well, it's not entirely been made clear to us, if I'm honest. We were just kind of. I don't think we're not from here. We're not from here, and we kind of found ourselves here. And then there's a glowing thing in him now that could be trouble, and we're going to the end of this path to find somebody who might help us.
A glowing thing? And she, you would hear movement coming down the tree.
Yeah, sort of weird, glowy sort of thing. I made him a kind of cover so you can't see, but I'm just realising that it is perhaps not a good idea to tell this person that there is a whatever in Endo, so...
Oh, great. Endo's dead. This
Blaze
one's
is
gonna look
just sort of
inside Endo.
grabbing his axe, just sort of holding it down beside his leg.
I don't know
So,
what you're saying, Gideon, but do your sassy thing, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
so are you
Endo's
lost
just
or something?
What's going on?
Well, I wouldn't say that we're lost. I wouldn't say we exactly know where we are, but we know that we're travelling for 2 days on this path, and, well, it's nighttime, so we were just, sleeping.
It's dangerous, you know. All sorts of things in these woods. And you can hear more cracking from different areas around the circle.
We maybe stumbled into some kind of something that belongs to you that we maybe shouldn't have done.
I mean, you are in my home, which isn't very friendly, is it? Without an invitation?
Well, I mean, I'm really sorry. We didn't know. We're just travellers. We were just looking for some place to rest, and it seemed like a really nice, safe place to spend the evening. But I understand we've been very rude. We shouldn't come into your space without asking. I'm really sorry. Sorry for the misunderstanding. We can just be on our way.
I don't think so. You're gonna have to pay me for it.
Right? What kind of payment is customary?
Well, you need to amuse me. Sing, dance, tell a story. Do something. Gets boring out here.
Oh, well, as luck would have it. Do you is this the only language you speak, by the way? Just out of interest. Any
I
other
can
languages?
speak others.
Do you Tide, I say in common. What languages do you speak?
Normal language, and also Goblin, and also Sylvan.
Okay. Do you perhaps know the tongue of the goblins
No.
or Sylvan?
She responds in Sylvan and says,
Okay.
yes, of course I do.
I speak Sylvan as well, so I'm going to switch into it. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, if you want amusement, and I kind of look towards Tide.
I'm not here to be amused. I say back in Sylvan. What's going on?
Well, we have by accident stumbled into this lovely person's home, and of course that was very rude of us because who wants a group of people just appearing on their doorstep? Nobody. And Linead here. I'm Gideon, by the way. This is Tide. This is Endo. This is Blaze. Linead would love for us to maybe offer a bit of amusement, a bit of entertainment. Tide, perhaps you might play an instrument or tell a story or something that Linead might enjoy before we all safely go on our way.
As you were talking, Gideon, from the bottom of the tree, a creature kind of walks forward, and you would see that she literally emerges from the tree, and she is made up of leaves and kind of she's almost got like an airy quality to her. As she kind of steps forward to show herself. She's very beautiful, but she is made up of leaves and nature.
How tall is she? Just out of interest.
She's about like 5'5", maybe.
All right. Okay. It's good job you said that.
Does she look elfy, or does she just look like fae-y?
She looks fae-y.
Oh, great.
So what do you want from us?
Entertainment gets boring.
Well, you're in luck. What do you call a bard from the Feywilds with great hair?
She kind of like tilts her head and she's like, I don't know.
Elvish Presley?
Oh, God.
I think 30 seconds of silence, and then Gideon starts going. Oh, classic Tide. What a great joke.
No, not a good one. That's fine. What time do elves like to have lunch?
I don't know.
12-ish.
She smirks a tiny little bit.
All right, Endo just chirps up because obviously you're all talking in Sylvan and he ain't got a clue what's going on. He's just coming. What's going on? Who is this crazy, leaf person? What's happening?
They want to be entertained, and they're not. I don't think they like my jokes. I thought it was really funny.
Who's they? What do you mean they? There's just one of them.
I think there's more. Can you not hear them? I thought you were the hearing dude.
I only heard that one.
Oh. Are there more?
Liliad's come out as well now, hasn't she? Or is she just still talking from the trees somewhere?
Who? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Who's come out?
Linead, they also come out as well. Are they visible?
It is Linead, the person that you're talking to. Yeah.
That leaf person that came out, that's Linead.
That's her. Yeah, she's the one speaking to you. But you can hear like cracking coming from around you. Not like aggressive, but just as if there are possibly other things in the trees.
Roughly, like, based on the fact that Endo's like essentially blind at the moment, and with his experience, would he be able to kind of estimate how many, just from the sound?
Roll perception for me.
See if the odds are in his favour.
Yeah, that's a nice roll.
Yeah, he's a bit anxious.
It's hard to pin down exact numbers because they're kind of doing what was happening before, where they're like moving a lot.
Yeah.
But you would say there's probably maybe 4 or 5, but there could be more, there could be less. It could just be that they're moving quite a lot, or you can't really tell. However, you can also hear a little bit off the way on the path footsteps.
Yeah, straight away, because he was trying to listen for the people to see how many there is. He'd just be like, "Okay, guys, I was trying to see how many there was and listen, but I think somebody's coming down the pathway. I think there's about a half dozen of them around us."
It's fine. They just want entertainment, right? Right, Linead? Are these your mates? Your buddies?
The trees? Do you mean the trees?
The trees are moving. What?
Who, my friends? In the trees?
I don't understand, Linead. You're going to have to break it down for me a bit more.
There are more of me, yes.
Oh, your guys aren't the ones walking down the path?
No, there are many travellers here.
Oh.
And do you pester all of them?
Not all of them come into my home.
Where are the boundaries of your home?
She kind of like looks around at the circle.
Literally said it was a fucking fairy circle.
You did.
Well, then we will leave your home and continue on our way.
I'll give you another joke if you want it.
Sure.
What do you call an orc with 2 brain cells?
I don't know.
Pregnant. She looks straight at Linead.
God's sake.
I'm again just like start laughing, and then I'm like, oh, and there's more where that came from, right, Tide? Lots more good jokes, like what do you call what do you call? And I've just got nothing. I don't think Gideon's got anything.
Can you dance or sing or just tell me a story? Anything?
Oh,
Sure.
We've got some good stories. What about like some of the stories of our adventures?
Yeah. I think. I'm just. Can I get out my jeweled B music box and just open it for them?
Sure, yeah.
That has the like very ominous clown music from like 2 Halloweens ago.
Yes. I think I had that on the... Do I have that still? Or did I get rid of it? I may have got rid of it, actually. But I did have that on my jukebox in Roll20. Yeah, sure. So you're going to start playing the
Yeah, I think I'll play the music box, and I think I don't know if I still have my flute on me. Do I still have my flute on me? I feel like I do. Can I get my pan flute out as well and just like do a little
Play along.
make it a bit more polyphonic? Yeah.
Sure, do me a performance.
Yes. This is my one jive.
Yeah, wow, yes, okay. Yeah, so like as you take the music box out and kind of like put it on the ground, open it up, she kind of like tilts her head and like moves forward a little bit and is like, ooh, that's pretty. And then when you start performing, she's like, oh, you can do things.
I like narrow my eyes, but don't stop playing.
As you are playing, though, you can hear that the footsteps that Endo mentioned kind of stop, and you can hear voices that are in the language that you heard in the village, kind of like whispering to each other, quite panic-stricken. And they've clearly stopped on the pathway, kind of just outside the briar kind of wall that you created.
I do not stop playing my pan flute, but kind of my eyes look to everybody else to be like, "Fucking do something, gang."
Flaze would have moved around, sticking to the edge of the circle to where I'd sort of made the hole. And just be standing at the side, kind of ready. Because I'm assuming we're still kind of in the dark, right?
Yeah, you guys are in the dark. Yeah. You're in the dark here. So they can't see it. It's just the people obviously on the path can hear the music being played.
Are they talking even though we can't understand them?
They are, yeah, but they're kind of like almost like not properly whispering, but they're talking very quietly to each other. And
I'm gonna like
there seems to be panic. Like you would be able to sense, even though you can't tell what they're saying, it's almost they're speaking very like rushed, and it's like they're panicking.
Well, I'm trying to like signal towards Gideon, trying to hand signal the device can understand the language. I don't know how I'm signaling that, but I'm going to be like, signal to her, go to my mouth, move mouth. Was it like a box or something? I would have seen it before, so I'll try to like point to where it was in a bag, my mouth, and do signals of recognition and point to them and...
Yeah, do me a performance yourself to see how effective this is.
Can we cut to a fairy stood in a
negative one? Here we go.
I've switched to all minor chords to make this feel more ominous.
Yeah. Do you get that he's trying to gesture that there's somebody talking. Maybe he's trying to tell you that the people are talking out there, but you can hear that anyway. So
I'm gonna loudly say in Sylvan, oh, Linead, I'm so sorry. Our friends who were expecting us are just waiting for us out on the path, but please continue to enjoy Tide's music for a little while longer while I just go and let them know that we will be with them shortly, and make sure, crucially, that they do not come in here.
Roll deception.
And that's when it all went to shit.
Yeah, I rolled terribly, so yeah, you're fine. Yeah, she's like, oh, yes, okay, all right.
Okay, I'm gonna like very respectfully, I'm like backing away, and would I'd be able to get like move the briars that we put there or whatever and get through?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like come out. I'm gonna be like, was it like a necklace? The thing that
it's an amulet. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm. Do I have to wear it and then touch one of them?
You do. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So as I'm crawling through, I'm like trying to put the amulet on. Mm-hmm. and I'm like going to come out with my hands up. I'm going to point to the amulet, and then like very slowly approach the people with like my hand out.
Yeah, so as you kind of crawl out, you would see that there are two men stood almost cuddling each other. They're very close to each other, like holding on. They've got like one very weak torch kind of in front of them, and they're like looking around trying to figure out what this music is. As you crawl out, one of them almost jumps into the arms of the other one, and they're kind of like shaking. It's very like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, you know, like they're kind of like shaking, but they are not gonna like run away. It's almost like they're too scared. They're just petrified, so they're kind of just stood like shaking as you kind of reach out to touch them.
I'm again in a totally non-threatening way. I'm just going to like touch one of them on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And be like, it's okay, I'm not going to hurt you. We seem to have accidentally stumbled into some kind of fae circle, and we're just trying to disentangle ourselves from that now. But don't worry about the music. That's just my friend playing the music. He's very good. They're very good music player. But just stay there. Don't go in there. It's a bit dangerous.
Yeah. Right. Just could he not play something more cheerful or something? Because we were just on our way, just going past, and then that was slightly terrifying. And I think my friend's like wet himself, and you should really think about that when you're camping in the woods. You know, think about what kind of music you play in future.
Yeah, I totally see that now. Totally see that. Yeah, our mistake. Totally. I'm really sorry to have scared you.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm fine about it. It's just yeah, I'm okay. What? Sorry, Faye. What? There's Faye. Did you say Faye?
Yeah. Is that normal in these woods? Do you know anything about these woods?
I've never seen anything. Are you sure?
No expert. I'm not an expert. But they kind of seem to have, you know, big fate energy. So I think they might be.
And they're just in there, are they, with the music?
Yeah. So apparently we kind of accidentally stumbled into their home, which is obviously a big faux pas, and they you know kind of demanded payment before we could leave. Bit tense, everything was kind of a bit of a struggle, and then it turns out they quite like the scary music, so my friend's just playing them that for a bit, and then we're gonna leave, and everything will be okay.
Great. I think we're gonna leave, actually.
Oh right, yeah. Where are you going to exactly?
We're just heading off to Enop. We're just heading to the town. It's a few days, but we were to be honest, I think we're just gonna go back because I thought we were braver than we obviously are, and it's like 5 days journey down to Enop, and I don't think we'll make it.
Well, if you just held on a minute, I mean, my friends and I might be able to, you know, there's strength in numbers. We're not going all the way to Enop, I don't think, but maybe we could see you on the way a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're not gonna bring this Fae thing, though.
Oh no Faye, no. I think they just stay in their home. Really don't like to leave. So
yeah. Well, yeah. I understand it. To be honest, I'm thinking the same way. So we just wait here.
Yeah, just give me like two minutes. If I'm not back in 2 minutes,
run for our lives. Yeah. Okay.
I would say so. I think that's wise. Yeah. Wise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, sorry again about the music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you could stop any time would be great.
Yeah, I'll just go and I'll just go and I'm sure that's enough music now for the Fae. Really, they don't, it's not like they ever want to put people into kind of perpetual servitude or anything. So I'll just go and check on that. But yeah, see you in 2 minutes or maybe not.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna crawl back in, I guess, and see what's going on.
Yeah, so any time that the performance is still going on, Linead, and like the kind of cracking in the trees around has stopped, and she is fully invested in watching this performance and listening. She keeps kind of like closing her eyes and swaying a little bit with the music. Like, she's absolutely invested in this.
As I come back in Sylvan, I'm gonna say, oh yes, it was just our friends expecting us, just waiting for us, just outside. They won't come in, don't worry. But
what is going on? What are you saying? What is happening?
Like, it's right, Endo. I'll explain in a minute in common, and then switch back to Sylvan. Like,
okay.
So yeah, I guess you've enjoyed the music, Linead. I can see how much you're enjoying this gift of the music that Tide has bestowed upon you. But it'd be awfully rude of us to keep our friends waiting. So maybe if that's all kind of cleared away the debt, we could be on our way.
Oh, could you leave this one? And she points at Tide.
Oh, I think you meant to point at the music box there, Linead. I don't know why you're pointing at Tide, but I mean, I'm sure we could. I'm sure that we could leave the music box behind, maybe.
Tide like briefly stops his pantomime. Like, I don't really want to leave the music box, to be honest. But I can play for another minute or so if you want instead. And maybe take the music box with us, and also me. Thank you.
Well, I'll accept either that or that. And she points to Tide first and then the music box.
I mean, it's kind of your call, Tide, but I think I know which one I'd leave behind.
I think in common I say, and if they were dead, we could keep me and the music box.
Wait, do you want Endo to kill them?
In the tree? No, Endo, no. No, everything's fine.
What do you mean they're going to take your music box, Tide? Are they thieves?
Well, they're not really thieves. They're more
Annoying.
Yeah, they're doing it with my conscious awareness, which doesn't feel like thievery, but still doesn't feel particularly comfortable.
What is happening, Tide? Tell Endo.
Either I stay here forever, or they take the music box. Or
Immediately, Endo grabs Tide and puts him on Endo's shoulders and just looks at them.
I think Tide resists because he also is trying to grab the music box.
I bet this looks hilarious.
What is happening?
I don't. We've given you a gift. Surely we can now leave.
Why are you
Yes.
not entertained?
Oh Lord! Oh shit!
Yes, but it's so beautiful. You could leave it. If you're coming back this way, maybe you could collect it after.
Or
So
if we
just
come back
loan
this
me
way,
it.
maybe- How about if we come back this way, I could drop it off for you then?
Would you do that, though?
If we come back this way, certainly I would.
Roll persuasion, because I guess technically, are you lying? Would you if you came on it?
It's a really good job he's not cursed anymore.
We come back this way.
Yeah,
I
if,
would
a big
drop the music
if.
box. So I'm being honest.
Okay,
I
persuasion.
have no
Yeah.
intention of coming back this way.
Yeah.
He's been very clever with his
Yeah.
wording, so he's not lying.
No, he's not.
I
being
see.
diplomatic
And you
with the
give
truth.
your word then that you would drop it off on your way back.
Yes, certainly. I know how binding words are with the Fae. So if we come back through the Briarwood, then I will most certainly drop this off. I assume you might not be here during the day and we'd come back, but certainly if we come back this way during the day, we'll just drop it off and leave it in the circle so that when night comes, you can pick it up. Yes.
We're always here. And as she says that, almost every tree starts cracking and shaking and moving in this wood.
Delightful. Not at all scary. Great. Yeah. If we come back this way, we'll drop the music box off.
At the creaking, do we hear the men scream and run off?
You definitely would hear screaming, but you don't hear feet running away. And there would be a reason for that when you go outside. Yes, probably. She kind of like almost glides like through and near to where Endo and Tide is. Well, you've given your word, and that will bind you.
I've just gotten rid of a curse and I've no desire to have any more. Thank you. Best wishes.
Very well. You may go. And she kind of glides backwards and back into the tree.
Okay. And we don't get to finish our long rest here, I'm assuming? We just go on our merry way? Yes? That seems fair and reasonable. Yes.
Yes, you're going your merry way.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think we're leaving.
Okay, Tide, hold my hand so I can make my way, because Endo can't see anything.
Oh, I'm already on your shoulders, buddy, but I'm sure somebody can lead the way.
Yeah, I think Gideon immediately just dives for the gap again.
It's like, I'm out.
Make sure that Endo has got Tide and Tide is safe, and then I'm just going to be like, yeah, oh, this way, Endo, come on, follow me.
Boys, get here, boys.
Yeah, I was going to just kind of follow you out. As you exit the kind of hole that you cut into there, you would find that one of the guys is out cold on the floor. He is passed out. The other one is kind of leaning over him, like slapping him on the face, trying to like get him to wake up, and then kind of like looks up at Gideon and he's like, like
I immediately like reach out and put my hand on his shoulder again, and I'm like, oh no, we had a bit. I told you to be back. That's good, isn't it? You didn't have to run away, and now there's strength in numbers. There's like all of us. That's a lot of people. Is your friend okay?
I don't think so. Something happened. Like it was like the whole wood was just alive, or something. Or maybe it was an earthquake. Do you think it was an earthquake? It could have been an earthquake, couldn't it?
I mean, it could have been a lot of things. I think actually it was probably just the. I think it's probably just. And I like start looking back over my shoulder towards the where we've come from, and then I'm like, no, probably shouldn't say it was the scary fey creatures. And I'm like, I think it could have just been the wind, kind of moving the trees. Probably, don't think it was an earthquake.
It was quite major though. It wasn't. I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think I don't know how to wake him up. Maybe he's dead. Is he dead? Do you think he died?
Blaze will just bend down, pick him up, hold him up with one hand, and slap him across the face a couple of times with the other.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he
Roll for damage!
he kind of, as you kind of slap him across, he kind of like startles awake, and then he like stares at you for a few milliseconds while his eyes are adjusting, and then his face drops and he starts screaming.
Slap him again.
Is there a reason that your friend's attacking my friend?
Oh, it's just a tried and true method for waking people up when they pass out. Does it to me all the time.
I don't think he likes it.
I'll just drop him now.
Oh, okay. He kind of like the one talking to Gideon kind of moves forward to like grab his friend and kind of like pull him back towards him. He's like, okay, so Hello, everyone. There's a lot of you. No, probably not, because he's kind of holding his friend. So.
Oh, right.
We can't understand him, I'm guessing.
No, we can't understand.
No, you can't understand him. Gideon can, because she's touching him, and obviously she has the.
That's why I was asking if he waved, because Endo would wave back just childlike.
Yeah. I don't think, because I think Tide before was casting comprehend languages, yeah, wasn't he, to be able to do it.
I'm just going to say to him, oh, so the thing is, like, we're not from around here, so we don't actually speak your language, and this amulet gives one of us the ability to understand you, as long as we've got a hand on you somewhere, non-sexual, and just as long as we're just like touching.
Okay.
So like this, like, just hand on the shoulder, that does the trick. But they don't know what you're saying, but they're all my friends. They're all really nice. They might look a bit scary, and I kind of like just look at Blaze as I say that. But we're safe now. There's like all of us, 7 of us now. So that's better than just you and your friend, isn't it?
Definitely, yes. Can I pet your thing? And he kind of points at Tide. Is that like a pet that you have?
No, that's quite rude actually where we're from. They are a person who just happens to look a little bit different to you and I,
I mean, you say a little bit different. It's quite a lot different. Quite a lot different. Did they speak or?
Oh yes. But as I say, at the moment, they don't understand you because they haven't got the amulet. But if I do this, and I like hold the amulet out to Tide, and I'm like, he wants to talk to you, I think.
Somebody to compliment me on my beautiful music, right? I'll take the amulet.
Absolutely.
Oh God, he's gonna play it again.
I'll put the amulet on and touch him and be like, oh, so you like the music, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So you do talk. Our pets don't talk.
Oh dear.
Not pet, rude. Actually, your friend said that was rude. I'm very sorry. It's just I've never seen anything like you before.
Well, I've never seen anything like you before, but you don't hear me calling you a pet, do you? Is he just an elf? Are they just like an elf?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. They just look pretty average elf look.
How dare you assume my gender?
I didn't mean to. I've just never seen. Is that fur?
Yes. Are those weirdly long pointy ears that don't have fur on them? Yes. Do you hear me complaining? No. It's all good.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Yes, charmed. Pleasure, I'm sure. Do you need us for protection? Is that why you're still here? I can see your friend has some mildly damp pants.
Yes, well, we set off and we're on our way to Enoch, but it's not. We're more Enoch. It's one of the cities. Are you not? Obviously, you're not from here. I've never seen.
As your racism, we'll drop it. Continue.
I mean, I feel like I'm. Anyway, we were on the way. We were wanting to set up a new life. It's difficult where we're from. They don't really accept us that much, and we just want to live happy together. So we were going to Enoch. They're more, I don't know, nice.
Your sad top story has somewhat turned me over, actually. Yes, I'm feeling a little bit more compassionate.
Raises board and starts to just walk off down the path.
Oh, I think we're moving on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. We support you in all your worldly endeavours. Congratulations on your shared life together. Shall we be off?
Sure, yeah. Are there others like you then?
Yeah, I mean, where else would I have come from?
Maybe you're magic.
I'm magic too. And I just, I thaumaturgy and just the ground shakes.
Oh, no, it's happening again! Tell your friend it's happening again. There's another one. It's another earthquake. I told her.
No, just a bit of maybe untoward sass from me. Yeah, that was me. Magic, but also one of many.
Oh, okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's not. He thinks that the world's ending. It's a whole thing. Right.
I mean, anything could end at any time. We could all be dead within a day, but it's fine. It's all good.
Both of their faces just drop. Like,
oh, it's fine. Let's get through the briars.
Could we talk to your friend again?
Sure. Yeah. Would you? Gideon or big guy or scary guy? Which one?
The little one that crawled out the hole.
Oh, I won't tell you called a little, but I take the amulet off and give it to Gideon.
I put it back on and I'm like, you didn't call him a pet again, did you?
He seems nice.
Right. I mean, I understand that you've never met anybody quite like them before. That's fine, but just trying to be a bit accepting of people's differences. That's the nice thing to do, right?
Yes. I did apologise for it. It's just quite it's just surprising, but good. It's good. Differences are good.
Yeah. We're all big fan of differences, I guess. I mean, look at us. We'd have to be, right, to be friends.
I think your friend is heading off, actually. Maybe we should run and catch up, because he looks quite strong and capable, and we probably wouldn't want him to get too far ahead in case we get ambushed by something horrible.
Yeah, fair point. Come on, then.
And they kind of both just trudge along, like, warily looking at Blaze and Endo, just because of the sheer size and the fact that they're quite intimidating.
Endo just taps on his shoulder, and he's like, "Tide, do you want to ride?" And then
always, and
then just lets him climb up, and he just carries on like Endo walking.
So where are you heading? Because you're not going to Enoch, you said, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot I was the only one who could have It's like waiting for somebody else to reply. Yeah, we're going to see someone called
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa, yeah.
All right, you know them, do you?
Well, not personally. We just know of them, really. Are you friends of theirs?
No, no. We just need help with a problem, and we were told that might be a place to go and get some help. So.
Well, I mean, you should be careful if you go in there. You've been told to be careful, right? Because there's a danger. Not that you couldn't handle it. I mean, you handled those fey things.
Yeah, see, we've definitely been told about that, but just to make sure that you're talking about the same danger that we already know about, you could just real quick, we'll go. You go first and say what danger you're talking about, and then I'll say what danger I'm talking about, and just check it's the same danger.
Well, the lightning and the thunder and things.
Yes, the thunder and lightning. That is indeed what we'd heard about.
Well, because he controls that, and apparently he just zaps people.
Well, we certainly don't. I mean, who would go around zapping people with lightning. That doesn't sound like a very nice thing to do, does it?
Not really, no. I mean,
There's this dwarf called Derek, right?
you could
There's
just...
also called Gideon.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's just a bit... I don't know. It seems a bit aggressive. Needlessly, really. But if you're his friends, then you'll be okay, won't you? He wouldn't zap any of you.
No, I'm sure that he won't. Are there a lot of stories about him zapping people that go there for help? Would you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's quite a well-known thing. Did no one... I thought you knew about the zapping.
Yeah, the zapping. The zapping. We've all heard about it.
Yeah. It is. It's kind of his thing. He's kind of known for that. Vanessa the Zapper, you know.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like a good nickname.
Yeah.
For old Vanessa.
It's descriptive, you know. It really describes what he does.
And would you say any of these stories maybe end with are there any kind of common threads around how you avoid the zapping?
I wouldn't know. Everyone just gets zapped.
Sure, yeah. Old Zapper.
The Zapper, yep. Which is why we would never go there, because, well, we don't want to be zapped.
I mean, who does, really?
Well, yeah. But you don't need to worry about that.
No, because we're all friends with old Zappy.
Yep.
What kind of do you know anything about where old Zappy lives exactly? Like, what's the kind of setup there, would you say?
Oh, he's got what would you call it? It's kind of like a sanctum type thing, you know. He's a bit self-important, but then having said that, he does zap people so that don't agree with that. So I guess, yeah. Just be careful, I'd say. But you don't need to, because you're his best friends.
Yes, but I mean, I would say kind of... I don't know if I would go as far as to say best friends, but sure, we're not...
Close friends?
Yes. Yeah, acquaintances, really.
Oh, well. Apparently, you know about his pet as well. He's got a pet. No, I'm not saying you don't have. You don't have a pet. I've acknowledged that your friend here is not a pet. But Zappy's got a pet as well. You know about him?
Yeah, is it some kind of flying creature? We heard, possibly.
Oh, well, I never actually seen it. I know that it likes music, but maybe not the terrifying music that you were playing back there.
Oh, like, more happy music.
Cheerful, yeah, less terrifying.
Yeah, well, Tide's got a full repertoire.
Right. Well, that's good. Then maybe that's why you're friends, because you play music to his pet.
Yeah, and what kind of what manner of beast would you say his pet is exactly? If you had to kind of put a word on it, or kind of a few words.
I mean, I've never seen it because we don't go there because of the zapping.
Of course.
But I've heard it's unusual.
Right.
It's not like, a dog or anything. But he's quite an unusual person, so that figures.
I mean, has it got kind of, would you say, the kind of stories, because a lot of stories about old Zappy, of course, well known Zappy. In any of the stories, would you kind of, I mean, anything about the kind of number of legs, teeth, wings
It's
that might have?
weird, actually. I mean, it'd be weird to count the number of teeth it's got. No one's ever mentioned that to me, but you know what's weird is no one's actually mentioned legs either, but that could just be because, again, I've never walked up and gone, how many legs does your pet have?
Really, that's one of the first questions people ask where we're from.
Oh, that's, I mean, I might start asking that because,
I mean, it gets you quite far.
Yeah.
Like something's got, start to get a sense of what.
yeah, you can really visualize it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's if you remember anything else about anything that might be useful, just so we know. Just so we know, I would hate to think that we've been traveling through these dangerous woods. We're a little bit on edge, maybe, when we get there and we accidentally hurt old Zappy's pet. So if we could identify the pet, we could just make sure that we were, scratched the pet behind the ear, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll try and think. I mean, I can't. Mainly, people focus on the zapping. So it's not often that they mention the pet, to be honest. They're usually going, oh, old Zappy's been at it again,
Yeah, sure. I mean, you want to lead with that, don't you?
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Yeah. But I'll think about it as we're walking along, and I'll see if I remember anything.
Great. Well, I'm just gonna have a quick chat with my friends. Just nothing to worry about. We're all perfectly safe. Just having a nice little walk through these woods.
Yeah, that's fine.
But, just excuse me for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my hand off
Yep.
his shoulder so he does not understand what I'm saying. But I am going to smile and look cheerful the whole time I'm saying
Okay. Yeah.
so as not to alarm him. And I'm going to be like, so this person we're going to see seems to be quite mad and quite dangerous. Have we got a plan for that?
Wait, what?
Is
I
that-
thought you was going to help me.
Yeah, apparently they're quite fond of zapping people. And no judgment certainly not from me. That would be hypocritical. But apparently they quite like zapping people with lightning. Like that's what they're known for. They old Zappy, Zapper. That's what they're called.
And just stares at Ty.
And also they seem to have some kind of pet that might possibly be some kind of monster. But these nice people don't really have any details, so when I asked, they just said it was a bit unusual, which I'm sure bodes well.
Am I too far ahead to hear any of this?
I mean,
We have been walking along, so it's just whether we probably have caught up to.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think we're being set up by that charlatan back in town who tried to rob us?
I don't know what to think. I mean, is it possible that this Solarix thing is actually this pet, and maybe this person, whoever it is, has been like, I mean, not like willingly, is it like something that this person has captured and that's why they've sent us there?
Hold on. I can maybe try and ask him what is the name of the person we're going to go see?
Vanessa, I think, or Vanessa. I don't know.
So as he's walking, he just gently opens his cover a bit, and he's just tapping on his chest. He's like, "Hello, Solero. Can I ask you a question?"
Nothing is happening currently.
Okay, he keeps tapping, and he's like, "Okay, hello, listen. Are you a pet for someone who likes to apparently zap people?" And so he's looking down his chest. He's like, "Hello." Solero.
Solarix.
Sombrero.
Solarix.
Okay.
Solarix.
As you say that, your chest starts to glow brighter and brighter and brighter, and I'm going to need to take you into the secret chat.
Oh, Christ.
Take notes.
Yeah, take notes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. So, as you say Solarix, your chest starts to glow, 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 and then you can hear a voice in your head again. It's like, hello, you need me.
Yeah, hello. It's Endo here. Do you know someone who likes to zap people with lightning?
Your friend does that, doesn't she?
Oh no, not Gideon. Like in this plate of existence that you mentioned. His name is like Vivansin, and he like. Do you know that person? The person you told us to go see? Is he like? Are you his pet?
I am no one's pet.
Okay, what? Go on.
I would
I
suggest if he is zapping people that perhaps you should be careful.
Okay, but you said that he could help both of us with the situation that we are in, and help Endo live, and hopefully you Mr. Solarix, live. But he's got some kind of creature or pet or something. Do you know anything about that?
I believe that it was the man in the tavern who told you to go find this Vanna.
Oh, were you listening? Oh,
I hear things.
oh, I'm very sorry. I apologize.
I am not from this plane of existence. I do not know the people here.
Oh, Endo doesn't live on this plate either. I live on a different one. So you don't know it, well, you don't know anything about this gentleman then. Oh.
I
hope
believe
I've
you
not
were
used...
told that he has magic here, and he is the most likely person to be able to help, but I know nothing of him. I am sorry.
I hope I've not drained your light energy just to talk to you.
Speaking is not too bad. It is just
Okay.
using my abilities that will drain my power.
Well, Endo will try not to need to use your abilities. You can go back to sleep now if you want to.
Very well. And your chest
Okay.
slowly starts to fade again. I'm going to put you back in with the other people.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, bye, Mr. Stellarex. Go night. Okay. No, he doesn't know anything.
You were gone for quite a long time for someone who doesn't know anything.
No, we were just having a chat. I were just asking him if he's okay and things, and he reminded Endo that it was the man in the tavern that sent us this way. So he thinks that it would be like, you know, it's obviously a creature that's something dangerous, but and the man using electricity and lightning and things is dangerous, but he is apparently still the most logical person to potentially help us due to his skill levels.
And so he didn't say that he was the pet of this person?
I asked him if he was the pet. He said he is nobody's pet. And he was very annoyed at the
Yes.
very
thought of me asking if he was someone's pet. So that was he annoyed at that.
And
No,
big
I
words from
don't
someone
understand
stuck
that.
inside you.
Being
So-
annoyed
so,
and saying
yeah.
he's nobody's pet is not exactly an answer to that question, though, because
Endo got the impression that because he did say that he is not like from here, same as Endo. We are both from different plates of existence, so I don't think he's connected to this lightning wizard person.
Do you know what plate he's from, Endo?
No, he didn't tell me.
Oh, okay.
maybe one of the upper plates at the top of the stack. If he's
Yes, the
celestial.
dusty plate.
Yeah.
The fancy ones that people put at the top shelf.
Yes, the China plate. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Weren't we, like 300 years ago when we were hired to do this mission, weren't we hired by some kind of like posh
Wizard.
woman who worked for a wizard?
We were.
Do you think there's any chance that this is the same wizard?
Wait, is that the wizard that sent me to the moon? I'm not going.
I mean, there's more than there's quite a lot of wizards out and about, and it's probably not the same. That'd be quite the
Oh
coincidence.
no, wait! I think we killed that one.
Yeah, well, seems likely.
The only thing that I
Well-
can remember, based on what I imagine our notes in my brain, that you were hired by a wizard? Question mark. And there was a mysterious beast at the Thunder Peak Mountains, and that we had to kill it and recover the remains, which may be the call? Question mark. And that we had 3 weeks to do it, and that we had to beat the ones that rest in peace, I guess, and all that have already gone.
But when we got to Fulton, didn't you sort of work out that whatever Solarix was in a fight with something, and we assumed might have been the wizard?
Yeah.
So if the wizard is able to jump planes, that makes him kind of scary.
Yeah, and maybe the fires and all of the black streaks were caused by lightning and not by fire.
Oh yes, because that time that I didn't quite understand how that spell worked, I accidentally set the boat we were on fire, so that looked a bit scorched afterwards. So,
And it's not you, is it?
do I look like a mad wizard? Don't answer that.
Hold on a minute. Endo has heard stories of like teleportation where something is moved from one place to another. Do you know what Endo is talking about?
Mm-hmm.
We've heard
And-
of it.
And sometimes it looks like it's lightning. So what if these people that like what if he's using lightning but it's not actually killing anything? What if he's just sending it somewhere else?
That's a very benevolent way of looking at things, Endo. A very nice way of looking at things, Endo.
What's benevolent? What?
It's like nice. That's why I realised quite quickly. I think nice.
Oh.
Benevolent is like nice.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've got onto words that big yet in my book.
That's okay. You'll get there.
Hopefully.
Do we think it's possible that this wizard is the same wizard who hired us to go and kill this thing as what, like insurance in case he couldn't do it himself if he was there fighting it?
Maybe.
Or like
Or
as
maybe-
backup, or like to help if maybe he thought we would get there at the time that the fight was happening and we would like be on his side and help out potentially.
Or maybe he's doing it and he's being like a lie person. So he sent us and the other adventurers to kill the creature, but if it failed, he would not get in trouble for it.
But how would
Maybe-
everybody else in this place know who he was if he wasn't from here normally?
No, but the creature might. The Solaro might know. It might be very annoyed and look for the person, wizard. But if he sends people like mercenaries, then the Solaro won't know who to be angry with.
Maybe he's from this plane. But if Solarix isn't from either of these planes originally and has got the ability to plane shift, then maybe the wizard has just followed him. They've ended up on our plane and he hired us as a distraction even, maybe, or something to keep the creature busy while he tried to kill it. And the timing just didn't work out, like we were late maybe getting there.
It sounds like a possibility. Maybe we should ask him when we find him.
We're going to need to approach very stealthily.
Yeah, I think so.
Endo can be invisible.
They could also just be completely different wizards and people.
Oh well, yeah, that is also possible. Simplest explanation and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we have all been walking while talking.
I
right? We have
assumed.
just been stood
Yeah.
still.
I assumed
Oh,
that you
thank
weren't
God.
just stationary because I feel like the other two people would be like, "What's happening?"
Just watching this charade of these people talking in a different
Yeah.
language.
And how far have we progressed? I'm assuming it's still middle of the night.
Oh, it's a different plate of existence. I mean, we could be there by now.
So I would say you've probably been walking for quite a while. Actually, it's probably morning-ish now, so it's getting to be daylight. And you would tell that the two people with you, as soon as it starts to get a little bit lighter, they kind of calm down a little bit. Not quite as jumpy.
And has the forest around us sort of changed, or is it still the same? Sort of
Still the
brambly?
same. Still the same for now, but the river, you can hear that very loudly, so it's not far away from you now.
Just power on, right?
Yeah, but we could do the rest before we approach this wizard guy if he is dangerous, I think, just so we're at full strength.
Can we not rest after this lovely home? After we've left this lovely home? I like. Is that like? Can I do a quick? Like, are there any dryads or whatever they were around, like spying on us as we're walking through?
You can roll perception.
Love to roll perception. Oh, there we are, back to normal.
You can't tell. There's just. I mean, even when you knew they were there, it was quite difficult to notice them until she kind of stepped out of the trees. So there's just no way.
We should just get out of here as soon as possible, gang, and then we can rest. Right? Or not? No?
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
So should we tell these two crybabies that we're just continuing to walk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell them. I'll put my hand on my shoulder and just be like, yeah, we're just going to try and get out of these woods as fast as possible. We think on balance that's probably like the safest thing to do. So come on, chop chop, pick up the pace.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Could you, I don't know how, but could you give me some sort of warning before you grab me on the shoulder? Because that was quite alarming, and I was just in the middle of talking to my partner here about the summer solstice.
Sorry, sorry, didn't mean to make you jump. What were you chatting about? Summer solstice?
Well, yeah, it's in 2 days. You're
seems
not.
like ominous
You're not
timeline.
from here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was just saying that he'd never heard, but it's said that if you awaken at the crack of dawn to greet the sun, then you're going to be blessed by the summer court. And he's doing like gestures with his hands to show how magical that would be. And that's good, isn't it? Everybody needs a bit of blessing in their life. And I'm just saying we should get up. But he's saying no. He says he wants to lie in.
Oh, but I mean, it's a once a year occasion. Surely you want to get up and see that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And obviously the other guy can't actually understand what you're saying because you're not touching him. So it's like, yeah, well, that's just, yeah. But, I'll get up anyway. I'll be blessed. And then I'll have a year blessed. And he'll just possibly piss himself again.
Harsh, but fair, I guess.
Well, I'm just trying to do something nice, just a nice couple activity, nice thing. We could get up early, have some nice breakfast together, greet the sun, but no. Try and do romantic things and it just backfires.
Well, yeah, that's nice. I mean, watch the sun rise together. I hear that's a thing that people do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You tell him no, he'd rather be asleep. Anyway.
Well, I mean, you've got a couple of days to keep working on him, I guess.
Oh, he's quite stubborn, really. Unless you could. Ooh. And he kind of like lowers his voice and moves a little bit closer. He's like, you couldn't tell him that like something bad would happen if he didn't, because he's quite superstitious. So if you were like to say, earthquakes or something, then he would do it.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't really want to get involved in your relationship. That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do, really.
I'm fine. He looks very upset.
I mean, I could tell him maybe that, like, where we come from, it's like super bad luck. Like, you have to get up and see the sun because otherwise the whole year ahead is just going to be terrible or something.
Yes, yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to take my hand off you and put my hand on him, so...
Okay, but on his shoulder?
Yes, of course, on his shoulder.
Okay.
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 So I just like, take my hand off him and kind of, like, smile a bit at the other guy and put my hand on his shoulder. And I'm like, hi, we haven't really talked up to now. I'm Gideon. Nice to meet you. I was just your partner was just telling me about how in a couple of days it's the summer solstice. That's really good, isn't it? It's a big deal where we come from. The summer solstice, really big deal.
Is it? Does it make a difference at all ever? Really?
Well, yeah, of course. Because if you don't see the sunrise, then you're cursed for the rest of the year.
What? What do you mean? Like, what cursed?
Yeah, well, obviously.
Like, have you been cursed ever?
Oh, well, I mean, let me tell you, I'm not really a kind of like summer person. I like gesture at all my black clothes and pale skin. So, I was like, I'm too cool for the solstice. That's not a real thing. But, I just had the worst luck of my life. I mean, it was terrible. Just everywhere I turned, things were breaking. I was losing money. I just couldn't get any, just couldn't catch a break. It was just, it was awful. And I didn't believe in it either. And then somebody said to me, wow, you're really... I mean, this is like the worst luck of anybody that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I said, well, I didn't get up and see the sunrise for the solstice. And do you think that that's what it could be? And they were like, well, I mean, you shouldn't really, you can't really take chances with that stuff. I mean, you've got to just get up and see the sun. You've got to just do it, because if you don't, you never know what could happen.
You roll persuasion for me.
Gideon's such a little shit.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's as you've been telling this, he's been kind of staring at you wide-eyed. And he's like, I didn't realise it was that serious. I mean, sure, if Vermeer wants to watch the sunrise, then yeah, I can get up. I don't want to be cursed for a year. That sounds horrific.
It was terrible. I mean, my friend over there, you see my friend over there? And I like point at Tide. I'm like, yeah, they were cursed as well. It was the worst cursed actually ever. Just bear with me a second. I'm just gonna ask him to make an expression that describes how they felt when they were cursed. Just hold on. I take my hand to his shoulder, and I'm like, Tide, what was it like when you were cursed? Just like, he can't understand you, so just make a face that like expresses how you felt when you were cursed.
Is there any benefit to this?
Yeah, it's just a little just a little game I'm playing, you know.
Oh, great, yeah, I'm here for it. Melodrama's a 10. I like stand up on top of Endo and then just scream and fall off.
His eyes go very wide. He's like, puts his hand to his chest a little, and it's like,
See, so I mean, you know, I know it's awful, like getting up that early, and like, you know, you've got to watch the sunrise. You've got to be there for the whole time. You've got to like, you know, wait for that thing to rise. But it's just not worth it.
You've converted. Yes, absolutely. I mean, your friend, is he all right? Is your friend okay now? Is the curse gone?
I'm just going to keep convulsing on the floor until they walk off me.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's only been the last couple of weeks that the curse has been lifted, and they've got like a whole new lease on life. I mean, it doesn't kind of look like it right now in the second, but like, you know, they're playing music again, they're like having fun, playing games, having jokes, and like just having a great time again. But I mean, that year it was really rough, really rough. I mean, I saw them at their truly at their like lowest ebb. It was terrible.
And does Scoops tied up, just puts him over his shoulder, carries on walking.
I didn't realise it could be this serious. I'll definitely every single year I'll welcome the summer solstice.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got to do it. You've got to do it. It's just, you know, bite the bullet, get up, see the sun, have a great year. That's what I would say.
I always say that, yes. I'm going to say that now, from now on. That's, I'm going to let everyone know. Thank you for telling me. For me, it didn't make it sound that serious, but okay, yeah.
I think, well, you know, you've had a bit of a, you know, it's been a bit of a tough night, and maybe he didn't want to, like, you know, scare you too much about it, but you're doing the right thing, you know, you're definitely doing the right thing. He'll be so happy that you want to get up and see the sun with him.
Oh, yeah, I guess makes him happy, and I don't get cursed, so that's great.
Everyone's a winner.
Well, yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's all right. I think you better tell him the good news straight away, don't you think?
Yes, definitely. I'm going to tell him all you've told me about how serious it is, and that if he's going to tell other people as well, he needs to really tell them everything.
Oh yeah, you've got to tell the whole story. You can't half do it. You've got to really commit to the bit. As I say that, I imagine Tide is just like still dying.
Yeah.
I'm just very infrequently convulsing on Endo's shoulders still.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so as you kind of take your hand off his shoulder, he kind of turns, and they're fully like having a conversation now. He seems a lot more animated than he's been the whole time that you've been walking along. And Vermeer, the guy that you were talking to originally, kind of like turns and smiles a little, and then goes back to like nodding, like, "Ooh, yeah," as you're walking along.
Thanks, Tide, for the assist.
That's all right. Happy to help. I'm on fire with my performance today.
Oh, so good.
can't believe no one laughed at my jokes, but it's fine. It's fine.
I genuinely thought they were so funny.
Can I roll inside?
Sure, yeah.
Who's telling the truth?
No one else laughed. Oh, baby.
Are you telling the truth, Gideon?
I was telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gideon's telling the truth.
Oh, what a waste of a roll.
Gideon's telling the truth, but I think Han's lying through a tape.
I thought it was going to be the other way around. Han loved them, but Gideon was like, this is terrible. Yeah, so as you kind of been wandering along still, the two guys are kind of chatting along, and then you come to the river. It's not a massive river. There is a bridge over it
Oh God.
I'm sorry, what?
that is completely intact and seems very, very sturdy.
Seems.
And as you're kind of wandering along, are you stopping or are you just wandering onto the bridge? Because the guys that are with you do not stop. They just kind of start heading over.
But yeah, Endo's not putting a foot on the bridge before he actually takes a look around. He's got bad memories of bridges.
He wasn't there.
That wasn't Endo.
That was none of us. We have no frame of reference.
You have no
for
frame
Bridge
of
Lane.
reference.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously? Did I just screw the fourth wall there?
Yeah, it wasn't Endo. It was
All right, never mind.
Deximus, I think.
Acknowledge.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, God,
was
yeah.
it Deximus? Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was with Yog.
York. Yep.
Yeah.
Do we know which way we're going, guys? Like, we're out now. Are there other paths, or is it just this path across the bridge?
They drew us a map,
Around.
I think.
Did they draw us a map?
I'm sure we drew the guy that pulled the stunt drew us a map. I'm sure did he not?
Yeah, for Vanson.
I think so. Yeah.
Looking at the map,
Mm-hmm.
can we see which direction we need to go?
Yeah, so you
We
can see
cross the
that
bridge?
you would need to cross the bridge, and then kind of the path carries on, that you can see carries on and kind of heads off to the left, and you need to take like a little offshoot from it to go right after the bridge.
So you were also saying, Gideon, about this Venecia being quite zappy boom guy.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Apparently.
Are we all feeling ready in case we run into him? Are we feeling alright? Should we rest up a bit?
100%.
We are pressed for time.
And already.
Tide not ready. Rest, please.
Oh, sorry, Tide.
we were interrupted by what's it and the what's it's like.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just.
Do we have the time to spend another? Because I'm assuming it's morning-ish time.
It's probably like afternoonish now. It's like midday.
Okay. Do we have time to rest another night, guys, or should we push on as far as we can? Looking at the map, can we sort of work out how far we've come and how far there's left to go, and work out how long it would still take us if we kept going?
You're probably about 3/4 of the way. But so yeah, it's probably going to take, you would maybe get to where it's marked on the map. You would probably get there like as night is falling.
Everyone's at their most calm and relaxed at nightfall when they hear people creeping around outside.
Yeah, right? That's when they welcome guests.
Right?
I think if we push on too long, there is a chance that we might be so tired when we get there that we are just really bad at all the stuff we're normally good at.
We'd be exhausted.
Yes.
Or shall we push a bit further? Because looking across the bridge, I'm assuming the landscape changes and becomes less of the briary path, or is it still briary path?
It's nowhere near as dense as it is on the side that you're on now. It kind of starts to kind of ease off a little bit. It's more normal woodland, and you can see that there are some kind of like hills and things, so that it is changing a little bit. There is still some briars, but nowhere near as dense as it was before.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but maybe we should push on a bit to get a little bit more distance from whatever creatures we've just left behind, and find a spot to set up camp that's not in an obvious circle.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try a square next time.
Yes. Oh, I'm so exhausted. Tide has not walked any of this way. So fine, let's persevere on.
He's been sleeping round my neck or on my back all the way. Bloody cat.
Yeah, so you're heading across the bridge.
Can I investigate the bridge?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll investigation. Yep, it's definitely a bridge, and it is quite a solid looking bridge. It looks like it's been there for quite a while. The two guys have already crossed it, and they're kind of waiting on the other side, like looking back a little bit quizzically at why you're not kind of just walking across.
Yeah, before Endo steps on, he will actually just give it a look-see, but only because he is used to things not always supporting his
Yeah, I mean, from what Blaze could see, it looks solid.
Would he have stopped me if he thought that I wasn't?
But look, as he's like looking, Blaze would know this is a very solid stone bridge.
Right.
It is.
Yeah, if Blaze is
You
going
know, it
over it,
doesn't
then
look-
Endo would do too, because Blaze is quite like girthy.
Girthy? I don't know if he's girthy. It's muscular.
Said the wrong word.
Yeah.
Said the wrong word.
Solid.
Not a great descriptor, but sure.
Said the wrong word there. Sorry, you.
It was very visual.
Oh god.
Oh Lord.
Are we crossing the bridge? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Good time.
Great. So as you get over the bridge, the guys just kind of stood on the other side, and they kind of stop at where the path kind of forks off. And they're like, so, I can't actually understand them. So they're kind of just pointing up towards the right.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "Oh, do you need? Is that the way you're going, or is that the way we should go?"
Old Zappy is up that way.
Right. Of course, our good friend, old Zappy.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't know that that's where?
No, we did. We've got some directions. We've got a map. We know where we're going. Absolutely. We just momentarily forgot.
Well, it's been stressful time, hasn't it? So with the earthquakes and things.
Absolutely. So are you heading off a different way?
Oh yeah, we need to head this way onto Enope.
Yeah, well, good luck there. Hope you like it more than where you came from, I guess.
Well, yeah, if you're ever in town, then feel free to stop by. You're always welcome.
Sure. Yeah, we might. Yeah, if we're ever there, we'll come and see you.
All right then. Well, good luck with Zappy, and hope you don't get zapped to death.
Oh, I'm sure we won't. If he tries it, I'll zap him right back.
Oh, what?
Oh, no, that was a joke. That was.
Okay, well, bye then. And they just start
Bye.
heading off.
I just turned to everyone else and I'm like, yeah, they said that old Zappy's up that way and they're going to some town that's that way, so that's it. Off they go, I guess.
Oh, great. Well, nice to meet them, they seemed like.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting people.
Yeah.
Endo could not understand a word they were jabbering, though. Strange people.
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, I probably wouldn't ask a stranger that I'd just met to gaslight my partner into doing something that they didn't want to do. But I mean, here we are.
That sounds terrible. Whatever that was, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was fairly harmless. It's just one of them wanted to get up and see the sunrise for the solstice, and the other one didn't. So.
As a solstice? They're never
Yeah,
that
oh.
always bodes badly.
Yeah, in like 2 days, which... Oh no, 2 days from now. So it was going to take us 2 days to get here, but we were already halfway here, so I thought they were going to happen at the same time, but they're not, are they?
But if we 2 days from now, so
Yeah.
not resting tonight and then tomorrow's the solstice, but the day after that.
Well, I mean, they like just told me that it was 2 days from now.
I'm sure it's not connected and isn't an important piece of information for us anyway. I think it'll be fine.
That feels right.
I have a feeling that it's a well-known event around these parts. So any strangers walking along this path would probably have been able to give us that information. So if we bump into anyone else, maybe we can ask for some slight more clarification. But I'm feeling that it's when we sleep tonight, we wake up tomorrow, it might be the solstice.
Well, apparently we have to get up and watch the sunrise or we'll be cursed.
I'm not being cursed again, gang. I'm not a morning cat, but I'll make exception.
Cursed? What? I think, and I'm suffering enough. I have enough to deal with right now. I don't want
Oh wait,
no
maybe I made
cursed.
that part up. Maybe we won't be cursed. But if we do get up and watch it, we'll be blessed, which is kind of like the opposite of a curse. So it's basically the same thing.
What do you mean you made that up? You mean you lied? Did you lie?
I mean, it wasn't exactly a lie. I was encouraged to tell a story, which I did.
You
What do you-
make a web, you have to know where you sit in it.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how sometimes people tell stories, but they're not like exactly the truth. They're not like a list of facts. They're like a story. Well, it's like...
No.
Yeah, well, you know how, like, I might tell you a story about, oh, there once was a boy who lived in a tree who did something. Well, that might not be true, but it's a story and people
Why
like
would
to
you? No, that's a lie. Why would you tell Endo a story and then it's... That's not... You're not nice. That's not nice. Are you a bad person?
I don't think I'm a bad person if I make up a story about a boy who lives in a tree.
But Gideon, you shouldn't lie.
No, but it's not like a lie is like when it's like to hurt somebody, but if it's just like make believe, that's like fun.
Okay, but I don't know. All lies hurt people. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's like, you know how like you're learning to read, Endo, and you've got like there's like books that you can get when you're learning to read that have got like little stories in them with like about simple words. Well, they might not all be like true things that have happened, but it's like fun to practice. Oh no.
What do you mean they're not true? Why would people write these things? There was a story about the little boy and he had a red ball. What? Oh no. What? Lies!
What?
Even lies are not just like from speaking in the books. Oh no! Is everybody lying to Endo?
Again, there's a there's a difference between. There's like a
No,
subtle
I don't want to hear about no more differences. And he puts his fingers in his ear, and he's just going la 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 la. You don't want to hear no more about lies and stories. That's it. You've just turned his world upside down. No, this is worse than the potatoes. You've broke him. Oh god.
Look, we'll continue having this like philosophical crisis when we get back to like our plates.
He's just ignoring you. He's just going la la.
Isla kind of just sidles up next to Gideon and she's like, I think that went well.
Yeah, about as well as these things usually go.
If we do come across old Zappy, and he is, well, Zappy, is he still going to be okay to fight, or is he broken now?
He usually gets over these things pretty quickly if we're like under attack, you know. He just kind of like it's muscle memory, isn't it? You know, starts throwing punches again. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay, yep, cool, okay.
It's the most memory he has.
That's harsh, dude.
I'll just quickly cast Spare the Dying on Endo's sense of self, just to keep him going.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so while you've been having this crisis, I assume you have been following the path laid out on the map, and you kind of are now out of the briar field, and you can see that it's kind of, even the woods have kind of lessened off a little bit. It's kind of plains now, and you can see hills up in the distance, which according to the map is where you're kind of heading, but you are no longer in the briar patch.
So, should we push a little bit further, then look for a spot a bit off the path to set up camp for the night?
Do we not risk getting closer to Zaps as we get further away from plains?
Yeah, possibly.
Do you want to set up camp here then?
I mean, is there anywhere nearby, Lynn, that looks a little bit more secluded?
It's kind of pretty open now. So
I mean, can we just camp at the side of the road, or see? You know, like
I mean,
after
you
what happened
could.
last time. You know.
you could. I mean, there's like small patches of trees and things that you could go and camp in if you wanted a little bit of cover, I guess. Or you could just camp at the side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my preference would be out in the open after what happened in the trees last time.
Yeah, same, I think.
Understandable.
Yeah. Endo's of the same. Yeah.
Well, should we just do the same thing? Like take it in turns to be on watch and hopefully manage to get a rest this time?
Endo will go first, so that there's still some light, because you cannot see in the dark, and Endo cannot.
It's really smart, Endo.
Oh dear.
I can go second if no one else wants to.
I'm happy to go second.
Okay.
I'm happy for one of you two to go second as well.
Same.
Love it.
Now they're a bit more exposed. I'm happy to take the watch at night.
Okay. I kind
Hey,
of
Blaze.
nods and starts like setting up her bedroll. She's like, do we want a campfire or?
Oh yes, Endo's going to make something to eat.
Okay. And Isla kind of wanders off into a nearby kind of batch of trees and is gathering some wood for the fire. So, assuming that you are all wanting to rest, you can do. And nicely, the night passes without any trouble whatsoever. This part of the path is not well trod because it leads to Zappy, and not many people are going to see Zappy. And you are out in the open, so nothing happens. You all get a long rest.
Yes.
Whoop.
Amazing.
What was that, Lynn? A level up, did you say? Did you say we get a
No.
I thought she turned around and said that we immediately got transported back to our
Yeah,
plane of
you're now
existence,
home.
but, yeah.
All is well. You wake
And it was all a
up and it
dream.
was all a dream, like Wizard of Oz.
And you were there, and you were
Yeah,
there.
and Taliscar's calling you from the other room.
I feel it's probably more like the return to Oz.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from Supernatural. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
For those
Yeah.
that haven't seen, it's like a massive civil war.
Mm.
So, what's the plan?
Well, so how many, since we've had our first wake up, it's been 2 nights now?
It's been 3
Yeah.
nights now.
3
Because
nights.
you rested on the road. He already had
Oh,
it
God.
in him when you rested on the road. Before you got to the village thing.
So we've got 4 more to go. So I feel we should push on to Sir Zapsalot.
Yeah. Let's go to the Wizard of O zone. It's lightning, light from the sky.
No.
Why does nobody like the jokes?
Mate, I almost started singing like Dragon SD because you said ozone. Alright, okay? So that's
Anyway.
my,
No, we're moving on. Yeah, so you kind of carry on following the map that you were given, and as you kind of make your way up, it's not a massive hill, it's like a slight hill, it's a slight incline, and as you crest the hill, you find yourself beep, on a different map. You find yourself kind of approaching what looks like a cliff face. Nestled between the cliff walls is a wide surface of flat paved stone, and pillars line either end of the surface. In the middle of the courtyard thing is a large blue marble pillar, and its surface is speckled with cloud-like patterns. And behind that, cut into the rock face, so back here, if I'm on the right layer, I think I am, yes, you can see a set of heavy stone doors.
Mm. Is that
So
the
do we
path?
think this is... Yeah, do we think this is his place?
Yeah.
It looks really magical and strange. I think a wizard would live here.
Yeah, it's kind of got that, like, you know, crazy wizard lair kind of vibe about it.
Can I just take a giant sniff up?
Yes.
Right, yeah, Endo's just going to be like... And he's trying to see if he can smell old man musty smell.
Okay, roll perception.
Mm. Yeah, good plan, Endo.
Yeah. See if he could, because he smelt a few wizards in his time.
You can't smell old musty smell.
Yeah, Endo's just gonna be like,
I don't think I can smell a wizard, but he might be inside.
So, if he is a shoot first questions later kind of guy, my tip, let's not go in as a group. What if we each approach from an alternating columns width apart? So if we each come in, it's a bit harder for him to target us.
Yeah.
So someone here, someone here, someone here, someone here, someone here.
Yeah, we just don't want to. My professional advice would be that we don't want to be in a line.
yeah. And Endo just turns to her and to everyone. He's just like,
I think I should go first, and I should take this cover off. Because the Solero said that he could help me in bad situations. He might be able to. And if the wizard sees my chest lighting up and things, he might actually not attack. And at least if he attacks me first, I might die anyway. So
You're not dying, and absolutely not. But it's a good plan. Can I just put a little piece of ammunition into my snowball sling and just like fling it like over here to see if it triggers anything?
Yeah.
I'm not aiming for anywhere in particular, just like kind of anywhere beyond the pillars, just to see if anything like is triggered automatically or anything.
Okay, yes, you can do that.
Sure.
Let me just have a look at something. Yeah, okay, so you are flinging it over here, kind of general direction. Yeah, as you do that, this pillar here begins to kind of glow very brightly and fires a lightning bolt at the whatever it's called that you would put in a slingshot, at the stone, I guess.
I think what I probably put in was one of the little snowman's buttons from the Christmas episode, because I took all of those.
Okay, yeah, so it fires at the button and I don't know, frazzles it.
Ooh, okay, that's not great. That's not great. Not great, really, at all. Yeah, I don't really want that to be me, guys.
Having seen that, I've positioned myself so the column is between me and the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it can't see me kind of approach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep edging towards the column. Oh, what have I done? I'm assuming nothing's happened.
Nothing has happened yet, no?
Okay, I'm going to get my glaive, and because it's got a 10 feet reach, and reach it out to like there and sort of go tap and pull it back quickly and stand behind the pole.
Yeah, your glaive gets zapped.
Instantly?
Instantly.
Oh, it's quick. Okay. Do I get zapped?
don't they have a wooden handle?
Yeah, it's got a
It
wooden
does
handle.
have a wooden handle and a metal head.
You probably...
Hang on, let me read this.
Might have misshapen his weapon.
Yeah, it's probably frazzled your weapon, but you are probably okay.
Okay. All right, guys. It's Is there any like thing loose on the ground near me I can pick up, and I want to throw there?
There are probably like little pebbles and things that are on the ground that you could.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw something there.
So you're throwing it like here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, nothing happens.
Okay, guys. I think it's as soon as we go past these columns, Zappy McZap Zap.
How? Oh, sorry, go on.
So it's clearly just his defense to stop people annoying him. What if we just call out and be like, yo, dude, we're here to visit, and get him to come to us?
Yeah, I think
What,
that's a
what
good
if we
idea.
just destroy the big pillar thing from a distance?
From a distance.
I think the wizard might be a little bit pissed off if we start
Yeah.
damaging his property. He might not want to then help Endo. I think we should possibly talk first and see if he might be interested in the Solero. If he's that wizard that you people were thinking he might be.
Endo, what's your passive perception? Is it 18?
My passive is 18. Yeah.
Okay, you can see that this one here,
Yeah.
it looks like there's something written on it,
Oh.
but you can't read what it says from where you are.
Right. Yeah.
And
straight
you
away,
might not be able to read it anyway, to be honest.
Yeah. No. Straight away, that I would call to everyone. I'd be like,
Oh, there's some words on this pillow over here, but I don't know if I can make it out.
Can I go up to it and have a look?
Yeah. Is that as close as you're getting?
Yeah, I'm not getting any closer.
You're like leaning in to try and read it. Yeah, so you can see that as you kind of head up to that pillar, it looks like there's like a plaque kind of attached to it, and it's got quite a lot of text on there.
I know what it says. Go on then.
I don't think you do. And on it says, Zilarix, the Duke of Lightning Storms, was an impetuous and power-hungry elemental noble. He was feared throughout the planes of air and lightning, having conquered many of their realms with his chaotic might and tempestuous armies. But he lusted for more and turned his sights upon the plane of earth. For it was told in these realms were massive gems that he could plunder to build a glorious palace. His search for these treasures led him and his forces to the realm of the granite giants. They unleashed their might upon them, but their attacks proved ineffective and were easily repelled by the stalwart defenders, and one by one his forces fell. A primordial elemental, the Amethyst Sovereign, entered the conflict and encased him in a granite tomb forever. For though lightning may be deadly, it will never penetrate stone.
How big are these columns?
I was going to ask
The
that
columns
earlier
are
before when you were
20
talking.
foot in height.
Do you read that aloud, Gideon?
Read it out for sure.
Say Zilarix. Is that thing in Endo a big lightning beast? Zilarix? They sound very similar.
They do sound.
Oh
like-
yeah, he's all about the lightning, I think,
Is he?
or something along those lines. He's definitely what was it? Elementals, I think.
Is he?
Is he?
I thought it was celestial.
He's something. He's one of those big words.
So, I don't know if I've understood what you were reading correctly there, Gideon, but I interpret that as this person that they're talking about is entrapped inside this center column.
Yeah, I think that seems to be what it's implying.
Oh, what I took from that was that if we just have like a little stony shield, we can wander past fine.
Oh no, I also got that, but I think the reason the lightning's zapping out is because the person's sort of trapped in it. It was that the celestial, the amethyst, or whatever they were, person encapsulated them in Have I understood that wrong?
Yeah, no, I think that's. Shall we just
Yeah.
destroy it then and maybe make friends with him?
Oh,
Endo's got a
mm,
Solero in him.
I'm just. How are you doing your time? No, it's fine.
If they've got similar names because they're like related somehow.
I can always ask him.
So we're gonna let out this crazy
No.
lightning person who had raging armies and was trying
Probably
to
not.
take over
But-
planes of existence.
Gideon or
doesn't
Todd?
sound good.
Yeah.
Gideon or Todd? Do you, with all of your fancy schmancy fingerworks, can you mould earth or do anything with the ground?
It's not really my thing.
Yeah, more about the ookie kooky spirits, my dude. Not really about rocks and shit.
Yeah, more about like the spectacle, the drama.
How big and well, you said the 20 foot, but how heavy do these stone pillars look?
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. I was just going to give this one at the end a bit of a nudge and push and sort of see if it moves.
I mean, they're 20-foot pillars of solid stone, so they're probably very heavy.
Endo's chonk.
Yeah, he is.
I was thinking I could like run and push one over.
You could attempt it. You could do a strength check and try and do that, yeah, if you wanted to.
Like I just look at Blaze and give a gesture of like almost like pushing and see what he thinks.
Yeah, Blaze is not sure. I don't want to topple over with it into zappy range. So I feel it would have to be leaning against it quite hard, and when it gives, our momentum will keep going. Momentum means in the same direction.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could still just try like shouting across because there are like doors over there, and if this wizard person does live here, like we could
Right?
just
There are doors.
weren't there stone doors? Across
Yeah,
the
there
other
are
side?
stone doors. Yeah.
Yeah, just down there.
So like we could just before we start doing anything like wrecking the place, we could just like shout really loud like we said a minute ago and see if the wizard guy comes out. Because if this is if this is old Zappy, then the wizard guy is not old Zappy.
He's the caretaker.
Very true.
Also, if that doesn't work, maybe try throwing two things in at the same time from different directions and see if it zaps both things.
It does. Anastasia! Anastasia!
Anastasia?
I think his name is Vivanson.
Oh, Venecia!
There we go. Yeah, nothing is happening.
And use my blunted up, fried up I to sort of hang on the rock column, like clang, clang, clang.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy to make my voice boom 3 times as loud as normal for a minute.
Okay.
I'm also going to scream, Vanasia! Using my most masculine Tabaxi voice.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz.
Yeah. So as you kind of scream that, some of the rocks that are on the cliff face kind of fall down a little and land here and here. It zaps at one of them as they fall down, but not at the others. But nothing the door doesn't open. Nothing else seems to be happening.
Well, it can only go one thing at a time. You were bang on, Endo.
I was thinking that, because these wizards are as smart as some people say they are. So what if one person just gets a handful of things and just keeps throwing them in one after the other, and then somebody else goes the complete other way all the way around?
Can I explore the area for rocks that look like they move, like big sections of rocks that look like they move, or like a side passage that might be...
Oh, I see what you mean. All right, okay, yeah. So you're looking for like a potential other way in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You can roll investigation for me. Oh, nice roll. Yeah, so as you kind of look around, all of the rocks and the rock formations and everything, it all seems natural to you. None of them seem like a door or anything that could move around. But you do see several larger chunks of rock that possibly you and Endo could lift together, but you don't see any secret passage or anything.
Could I, just while Blaze is having a look around, can
Yes.
I cast Mage Hand and just send it into like past the pillars and see if anything happens?
Yes, you can. Yeah, it zaps your mage hand, or attempts to zap your mage hand.
How dare.
How dare it, your skeletal mage hand.
I think it probably starts flipping the thing off.
Yeah. So so you're obviously, as it first enters here, it will zap.
Yeah.
What are you then doing with it?
I want to just keep moving it in.
So you keep moving it in. Okay, so it zaps it here, and then you kind of, because you're really focusing on it, you're kind of counting. It carries on moving, and there's no zap, and then 6 seconds later, it zaps it again.
Oh, okay.
And then it carries on moving, there's no zap, and then 6 seconds later, zaps it again. So you can kind of gather that every 6 seconds it will zap something that is moving in that.
How aggressive did the zaps look?
Aggressive.
Does it look like when I
they
cast
melted a
lightning
glaive.
bolt?
Yeah.
It looks like it would do. You, especially Gideon, with your knowledge of that kind of magic, you would know that this would do a serious chunk of damage to anybody that this hit.
So, Endo, would you help us grab one of these big rocks, and maybe we can use it as a... We might have to... how big is this rock? I'm assuming will it fit Endo and I behind it?
So there's various size ones. The biggest one that you would be able to move would probably fit Endo or you behind it. Probably not both of you, because you are rather large individuals.
But we could move it independent, like each of us could move it by ourselves.
Yeah, so you would be able to move one of, if once you got it moving and you got it rolling or whatever, then you could keep it moving.
Yeah, I see what he's on about. He's doing Tremors too. Yeah.
But Gideon, Tide, and Isla wouldn't be able to move it on their own. They would struggle to move it. It'd be probably only you and Endo that would have the strength to be able to move one on your own.
Could we hide a person behind us? So if we're behind the pillar, could a person follow us consecutively? And
you could try.
Each time, so like if I step once to the right with a pillar, and they're stepping in my shadow, essentially, would that work?
So you're just trying to block its view, basically.
Yeah.
You could attempt it, yeah.
And we can just go over and back over and back,
Yeah.
over, and then it'll be hard when it gets to you and me, Endo.
Well, no, because no, because one person could have two people behind them, and one person could have one person behind them, and so we just hold the pillar in front of us, Blaze, and then sidestep all the way up to there. As long as we stay out of the eyesight of the lightning, it'll only hit the stone.
We'll need to move pretty quick because I don't know how many blasts of the lightning with the stone will hold.
So one of us goes one at a time. So I will go first with one or two people behind me, and you see how it goes. If it doesn't work, at least someone can distract the electricity lightning thing, and we can quickly run back. Unless
Team, it
that's too
sounds
dangerous.
like a plan, but it is risky.
Can I? Well, on the map, on the art on the map, Lynn, it looks like this might be like a flat ridge. Is it, or is it not?
No, it's not a flat ridge. It's
Okay.
just the way the map is designed. It's meant to be like a rounded rock. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
Could I, just out of interest, can I, like, walk my mage? So like how in the Addams Family, how like Thing like walks.
Yep.
Can I like do that along the wall with my mage hand and see if it gets zapped?
Yeah, so you're doing it kind of along here.
Yeah, but basically what I want to know is if the lightning goes all the way to the edge of this like wall, or if somebody would be able to climb along there and not get zapped. That's what I'm trying to work out.
Okay, so this part of the wall here where you were like, is that flat or not?
Yeah.
This is probably about 30, 40 feet up in the air. So as your thing is kind of crawling along, it is not getting zapped.
Interesting. Because Tide and I could climb
Yes, you can.
along.
Are there?
And then, so then we just need to work out what to do with Isla, because then Endo and I could rock ourselves over.
Are there any like rats or mice or cockroaches or small animals or insects about, Lynn?
Normal questions.
Roll perception for me to see if you can see any.
Great, I'd love to. No, it's an 11.
No, you can't see any. It looks pretty barren up here. It's kind of,
They've all been zapped.
yeah, they're probably all zapped.
Was there just one big rock, or was there two?
No, there's a couple. There's kind of varying sizes and stuff, but there are a couple that are probably endo sized.
Because
I was thinking about taking a pillow.
two side by side, and then Isla can walk behind us. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what I meant.
two stones
was-
side by side. Us holding that, and then Isla behind the two of us in one sort of bigger wall, chain wall.
Yeah.
Although the other guys climb around.
Yeah, because I was thinking like I lift up a pillar and see if I can move one of them forward in front of me.
You probably wouldn't be able to lift the pillars,
Right. Okay.
but these rocks you would be able to lift them, or roll them anyway, like as you're kind of moving along.
And
Yeah,
get in
just-
and so you go.
No, I was just gonna say randomly. Endo just goes. So is there nothing on those words on the pillar that could help us get past this?
I think just that it can't get through stone.
Oh. Okay.
Tide and Gideon, if you guys are climbing around, you could also try to time it. So every 6 seconds before it zaps, throw in a rock close to it if we take our route sort of over from the side, being further away, so like over here, and you throw rocks in here, it might zap there as well.
Yeah.
Close to the thing that's closer to it. Which might decrease the amount of times our big rocks are hit to give us a bit more time to get over.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You could... How high is this thing? This section?
The pillar in the middle.
Yeah. Like this whole middle cavernous section. How high is it?
So the walls here are probably about 80 feet high, maybe higher, because they go off into the cliff. Each of these are 20 foot high, and this is 20 foot high as well.
And how far can you extend your mage hand, Gideon?
Just 30 feet.
Okay, so you probably wouldn't be able to reach it from the side. Okay. Go away.
I just take a sneaky look at my tarot deck and pull with my bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Thank you. Dum, dum, dum. Please be good.
Okay, that doesn't fill us with confidence.
Yeah, no. He's like, how can I turn this positive?
Yes, that's not helpful at all.
Yeah.
That's not helpful at all.
Or is it? It could be. You just
No,
don't know it.
not even a little bit. No, that's fine. I really want to try something, but it's really, really risky and silly.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
Jesus
Lord.
Christ. Tide's gonna die.
Do it. Tide
What?
does this. This is Tide.
Yeah, I know. I think Tide thinks two things. One, I think he thinks he's faster than the lightning.
Oh, Lord.
But two, I think he also thinks he's cleverer than the lightning. Can I?
Oh, God.
That'd be terrible.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to come closer to everyone first, actually, just so that I can. Guys, I just want to. I want to try a thing. I end badly, so just pull me out if things don't go to plan. Yeah.
Try the thing. Maybe don't, or tell us what the thing is before you try the thing, and we could maybe help with the thing.
Yeah,
so
Tide, tell us.
Here's what I'm thinking. If I'm invisible, that's kind of where I'm at. If I'm invisible, that's no problem, right?
Endo can go invisible.
This is a special kind of tabaxi invisibility that allegedly can maybe protect you from lightning. Maybe not. We'll see. But I'm just gonna maybe go invisible and just I'll hold on to one of you and then just stick my hand out. And if things go zappy, then just pull. Hopefully not my corpse, right? Yeah.
Well, I think maybe we should just work the problem for a minute, because the thing is that. I mean, can you see any eyes on that thing? Can you see any eyes?
No, I can't. But there's no rats or mice or cockroaches that I can throw in to try it on.
I mean, you could.
Endo suspiciously looks at the elf that's followed us here that you don't know.
She is not an elf for a start, so.
Sorry, the ranger.
I just feel like that with magic, as you will know, Tide, being that you are such a talented magic user yourself, that sometimes if a creature doesn't rely on sight to see the target of its spells, that you also can't kind of fool it by becoming invisible if it's not kind of seeing you with eyes.
I am unfortunately reminded of that horrible canon. Can I take a look at the amethyst sovereign and see if it looks like it needs sight?
I mean, I don't know what You try. It's a stone pillar.
Oh,
I
is it
don't.
not the sovereign that's been encased in stone from the little story?
Oh Lord.
Oh,
It's
you're
a lot.
tickling that fourth wall.
It's a large blue marble pillar. Its surface is speckled with cloud-like patterns.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I've taken too much hope from this little rhyme that you were saying earlier, Gideon. My world is now falling apart. Yeah, let's just climb. I don't know what else we're going to do. Oh! No, I didn't. One more question, Len.
Yeah.
Last question, I promise. You know this obsidian horse that I've got?
Yeah.
I've used it a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Do you imagine I would know how to use all of its features?
Yeah, you've had it a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
One more question.
I thought that was your last question.
No. That was the feeder question for my real question.
Okay.
What is the nature of the ethereal plane? And might it help us evade lightning?
Oh, let me actually see your horse thing. Oh,
So my nightmare,
Yeah.
and up to 3 willing creatures within 5 feet of it can magically enter the ethereal plane from the material plane or vice versa,
yeah, okay.
which feels
Yeah, okay, yeah.
useful.
It does feel useful.
It feels tremendously useful.
It
Almost
does
like,
feel useful, yeah.
yeah,
Almost
multiple trips.
game-breakingly useful, yeah.
Yeah, multiple trips, like an Uber.
Yes.
It does feel useful. However, you may not know the abilities of this zappy thing, but you know, that's up to you. That's your call if you want to try that.
Does anyone fancy a risky little game?
see, maybe send the nightmare first and just test it.
Oh, good idea. I can control it, right? Oh, I don't want to lose my nightmare. Oh no, it's probably better than dying.
Yeah.
I'll summon my obsidian steed. Next to me.
Okay.
And I'll just say, hey buddy, do you fancy just like taking a little trip into the ethereal plane and like having a little wander in and then wandering back out again and coming back to the material plane in like 12 seconds? Like roughly 2 rounds of what combat might feel like?
Okay, sure. The kind of nightmare kind of just like rears up a little and then disappears from your view.
1, 3, 5, 6. It's gonna go good, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11. Please come back. 13. Oh no. 14. Oh no.
Horses weren't that capable of counting, but yeah, he's back.
Does he look okay?
He looks fine.
Oh. Guys, I think I've solved the problem.
Okay, what if you make him go invisible and then tell him to go like past the pillars while he's invisible? Because if he's not invisible and he goes past the pillars, it could kill him.
He just did
Yeah,
that.
it's like invisibility, but a bit different, and he can bring loads of us at once. So
Oh,
I'll have to go with him because it has to be controlled by a certain kind of guy, and I don't think everyone is quite the same kind of guy that I am. But we could try it. Can I just?
How strong is your steed?
Oh, he's a big
Endo
boy.
has ridden on the back of the
Yeah.
horsey.
He has.
He's a big boy, and they don't have to be on him as long as you're within 5 feet of him. So you could like walk alongside him like when you like when you travel with the donkeys at Cleethorpes, like that. And you just like walk a donkey along the beach.
Is this IC or OC?
No, see. Cleethorpes is an awful beach near where I grew up. Truly cursed. I think just before I potentially kill all of my friends, I will get on the steed and go into ethereal plane and just go in and just check that it can't, like, it's not doing the thing with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Really, do the thing.
Yeah. So you go in. You're fine.
This feels quite. This is good. I could have a little dance party on my own in the ethereal plane. No, I'll go back. Yeah, I'll head back out and go back onto the material plane.
Yep.
Guys, I think we're safe. Should we do like 2 at a time? And I'll go with you, so that's like 3 at a time?
I mean, couldn't we just all walk around the horse? Because you said we have to be within 5 feet. We could all just like put a hand on the horsey and in a group.
Yeah, but something's telling me that there's only a certain number of people who can do it at once. Just got this feeling.
Oh, okay. Gideon! We've got an idea!
I've got an idea. I want to climb up the wall.
If you want to climb up the wall, go ahead, kids. It could be fun.
If Gids climbs up the wall, does that leave enough people to travel across in one go?
Nope. But that's
Okay.
fine. We'd still have to do 2 trips for the rest of us, but that's fine.
Yeah, because it's 3 in total, not
Yes. Not 3 plus me.
3 plus. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, am I going with you, or who's going across first?
I'm easy.
I'll wait
I'm
till the second
I'm
trip.
like filing my nails on top of the nightmare. Like, whoever wants to go first is fine.
Endo will go first.
I think, yeah, either Ender and I or I should wait, and the other one also go in the first trip in case we're on the other side. Something bad happens. We've got some muscle there
That
That's a good
sounds like
plan.
a good idea, Blaze.
because we don't know what's going to come out that door. That's probably sitting there watching us pace backwards and forwards and squabble.
Endo's face just drops and he's looking at Blaze like, wait, what?
And you don't think someone's in there watching us, laughing at the moment? I know I would be.
It'll be fine. I'm sure it's fine, Endo. Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay.
Gideon, do you fancy a race?
Sure.
This is a horse.
Yeah, I was going to say the horse is possibly going to win. Although Endo is having to walk alongside it, right? So.
Endo sat on it.
Oh, okay.
Endo loves the horse. Endo, like, he's friends with the horsey.
Okay.
He's scared
So.
of it to begin with, but, you know.
So Endo,
Okay.
Isla, and Tide are going on the horse on the first trip. Yes.
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 And Gideon is climbing
Yeah.
using your spider climb.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
MacGyver.
So how high up the wall are you going, Gideon, to climb across?
I'm going at least as high as my mage hand was, if not higher.
Okay, that is fine. Yeah, you can make your way across.
Okay, I'm just going to do the same, like exactly the same as when I walked up the tree and like walk straight up for like 45 feet and then start walking across.
I'm getting very like labyrinth vibes of the Goblin King.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm going
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
So
Yep.
just-
You make it across fine.
Amazing. As Endo jumps off the night, I'm assuming you're coming off the nightmare, Endo. Endo?
Yeah.
Great. I will hop back on and go to collect our good friend Blaze.
Yep.
Come on, mate. Is this what horses
Fine.
look like? to you guys?
Man, I feel we're rocking quite a similar look.
Yeah.
You are. You are indeed.
Could be like brothers.
Great. To be honest, I'm gonna keep Gerard out. That's his name. I've
Gerard.
decided.
Gerard.
Gerard, love it.
I'm gonna keep Gerard out because I can have him for up to a day. So
Okie dokie. So you're across, and you're now in front of some large stone doors.
Do they open?
Are you trying?
Endo knocks.
Yeah,
Are there
okay.
any more facts about before we do?
Roll perception for me.
This can only go well.
Of course.
Are there any other plaques on this side?
There are no plaques or inscriptions or anything that you can see. Just the door.
Sure, let's go in.
Okay.
Yeah, Endo actually knocks. Endo knocks just in case. Politeness.
Yep. No noise, nothing.
Okay. Worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
Someone gonna push it open?
I don't think anybody's in. Nobody answered when I knocked on the door.
Should we just go in? Let's just go in, right?
Hello, Mr. Vavansin.
Fantasia.
Anastasia.
Clean.
Fantasia.
Intelligence is contagious.
What is the plan, guys?
Do you know what? I'm just gonna thaumaturgy the doors open if they open if they're locked.
Oh lord.
They do not open.
Oh, they're locked, guys.
Imagine that. Man locks door.
Is there a handle or a keyhole or somewhere that can be picked?
There is.
Can I investigate it to make sure it's not like booby trapped?
Yes. Roll investigation for me. A keyhole? It doesn't look trapped from what you can see.
Can anyone pick locks?
I look towards our ranger friend.
I mean,
Same.
Yeah.
actually, I can. I'm actually quite good at picking locks.
Oh!
I will try to pick the lock.
Yeah.
I'm proficient with thieves' tool.
Okie dokie.
So that's a dex.
Yep.
Yeah, +2, so nothing.
No. You are not able to do it. It's almost like there's something there stopping you being able to.
So does the handle push down on the doors?
It's like a turny handle.
Yeah, does it turn?
Yeah, it like twists. It's like a doorknob.
Does
So
it
it's
turn
like-
open the door? Is the door actually even locked?
Is it like it's blocked, not locked necessarily? Like there's something preventing the doors from, like physically preventing the doors from opening?
All Blaze can tell is that it's not just his skill level that stopped him opening the door.
Okay, Endo watches all this, grabs the handle, and like tries to use his chonk to like shoulder barge the door open.
Okay, just do strength. Straight strength. Yep, nope, doesn't budge.
I think it's locked.
It could be magic. It could be locked magically somehow. I do
we
not
could
have
just-
any abilities that would let me open it before anybody asks.
I mean, I could try and shatter the door.
Was there a keyhole?
Yeah, there was a keyhole that you were trying to pick the lock of.
Can I peek through the keyhole? Is it like big enough to sort of look through to see what's on the other side?
Yes, probably. And I will just quickly show you what is on the other side. 1 second. That is what you can see on the other side.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a shock to the system. Okay, well, seeing as I can see what's through there, can I Misty Step through the door?
Literally just about
Yeah.
to say that as well.
Oh,
Yes, you can. I will
Sweet.
put you back where you were.
Now on the inside, looking at the back of the door, is there any mechanism that I can see to open it?
There is a latch thing, yes.
Can I first investigate the door for traps on this side?
Yes, roll investigation.
Slightly better.
Yeah, you can't see any traps.
I will do the latch.
Okay. Yeah, you've unlocked the door.
And I'll either swing it in or out, whichever way it moves on its hinges.
So it comes inwards, yeah.
What took you all so long?
Clever little trick for our little strong boyfriend.
I will put you all.
Get through this door, by the way, Lynn.
I will
Just-
move you. It's like a weird map.
Just before we do
Also-
anything else,
Don't look ahead of the map.
I was just gonna. Oh god. I was just gonna ask if what damage did the glaive take, Lynn? Was it like melted? Was it like fractured? Was it damaged in a way that? How was it damaged, or was it just disintegrated?
It probably wasn't disintegrated. It probably was just misshapen. Like it melted slightly and it's misshapen.
Okay, DM's ruling.
No.
What? You don't know what I'm gonna say. Can I use something to fix it? I'm assuming that the glaive end is not larger than a foot in dimension.
I
Like
don't.
the
Is your
bladed
glaive end larger than a foot?
How
12
large
inches.
is the glaive
A
end usually?
Subway sandwich. A
You've got
Subway
a big
sandwich.
blade end to you, just answer the question.
I feel like in real life they probably would be a bit longer.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
I think they're quite long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Alright, no, I just wanted to use something that Endo's never used, just before he dies and all,
Oh, his thingy.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, his little Mendy wand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I'll say it's yeah.
I mean, the
longer
part
than
that's
Edo.
damaged maybe is less than a foot.
Sure.
Yeah. You can use your Mendy wand.
Yeah. Amazing! Endo is like, he just turns to Blaze and he's like, Blaze, where is your glaive?
I'll pull it out and be like, "What you doing with it, big guy?"
And then he pulls out his little it's like a wand, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And he just taps it twice and it just reverts back to the original condition that it was in just before it was hit by lightning.
Well, that was impressive.
So, yeah, Endo can do magic as well, but that's drained me now. I can't do that again for about a day or so, I think.
I appreciate that. I feel I might be needing this soon, so that will be helpful.
No problems.
As you're kind of having this discussion, having just walked into his home, a man kind of is stood here and kind of steps forward slightly with a slightly quizzical look on his face, and that is where we're going to end the session.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.